hello.
And that's how Leah Cass burnt down the orphanage. Oh,
Just every session immediately it just goes off the rails. I don't see how it happens. Anyway, hello and welcome back to this is session 12 of the Roundtable. Again, this one might be this one might be cut slightly shorter, unfortunately, again. But before we jump in, we do have a few announcements. Firstly, we'll get Ark out of the way and get that talked about and promoted. So, Ryan and Elijah, tell me about Ark. Are we any closer to a possible date of airing on that?
We are actually.
Yeah.
I believe that we'll be starting Ark, the podcast first. We're going to have the first 4 episodes introducing the cast of characters, and that will be a weekly episode starting in April. I believe it's April 13th. Was
Nice.
it?
April 3rd.
April 3rd. We'll be introducing everybody's character one by one per podcast episode, and then after we get that summed up, we'll go ahead and jump straight into the campaign. And then from there, we'll be doing May 1st, bi-weekly episodes. Campaign, podcast. Okay,
you heard it.
Going like that.
You heard it here, May 1st. So make sure you do tune in for that, because I have a feeling it's going to be interesting. I've talked to some people about the characters they are playing, and it seems like the party dynamic is definitely... It's going to be special. Special is a word for it. Apart from that, so subscribers to the channel. Oh, no, after you. Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, if you want to check out our album art teaser, it is on our Twitter at arcane_recovery and also on Instagram. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Go and look at that. It is amazing, trust me. Apart from that, subscribers to our channel. I do have something in the works for you all, and that comes in the form of your subscriber badges. I'm figuring out how to commission for that, but I've come up with some ideas which will have a play in the classic Dungeons and Dragons copper, silver, and gold. So that'll be nice for your little subscriber badges for loyalty and stuff like that. So that is in the works. Obviously, whole affiliate thing, there's a lot to work out, so bear with us on that. Speaking of that, you can now redeem your channel points for some fun things, which we are slowly working towards. You can get some cool things there, such as doing damage to people, giving inspiration, that kind of stuff. But it will take you a while to get some of those points, but that is the main thing. But of course, there is one more important thing to figure out for tonight. As you might have seen in the corner, wrong corner, this corner, there we go, finally gestured correctly, there's a little logo there. And we are incredibly thankful to have a sponsor in the form of Describe. And you might be asking, Spencer, it's Describe. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. Describe is an amazing thing. I used it in my qualifying one-shot for Dungeon for All, which you should also go and watch, because that was an amazing time. I used it in for that, and I used their box text for that, and afterwards, one of the main things they said is, we really loved your descriptions of places. And I was like, yeah, all me, definitely all me. But Describe, they provide descriptive text of places, monsters, spells, items, designed to be read aloud from DMs to players. It's amazingly useful if you're ever in a pinch for time, or the main thing is if you are a new DM and you're scared about choking on your words, you're scared about a player's going to a new place and you have no idea what to say, there's this huge database constantly expanding. Check exactly what you need. Perfect piece of box text, you can put that in, and all of a sudden you have a full environment. And thanks to Describe, if you head over to a special link which I'll now give you, if you head over to describe.com/roundtable, you can sign up there, and if you use the coupon code roundtable at checkout, not case sensitive, you can get 10% off one of your subscriptions. So do it. It is an amazing thing. Thank you, Ryan, for that link in chat. But apart from that, our first real announcement, so to say, I think we're ready to jump in for tonight. Anyone else got anything to say, or are we done?
Well, since you said that,
Dramatic pause.
That's it. That's all he's got to say.
Yeah, that's
Trust
all.
me, that's all he's going to say.
That's it.
Say anything else.
Oh,
That's,
of course.
it.
about it.
Goddamn fool. Anyway, with that, I think that means we are completely ready to jump into tonight's episode of the
Don't
Roundtable.
you turn me down, Lance?
turn you down all the time, man. That sounds bad out of context. Don't. Oh god, no. Okay. And we are in.
The round table. I feel like I'm one of those old, movies where all the Disney logos are popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
That is the goal, yeah. We aspire to feel like Disney here, as you can tell from all the gory deaths people have suffered at your hands.
Be the princess.
You always have been. Anyway.
The Akas is the princess of this story.
I thought Lugos was the princess. He's very.
Logos
Anyway.
is the ugly hunchback.
Do I have to say
It's
anyway
true,
for a third time?
unfortunately.
Anyway. So, last session. Thankfully, I'm sure, the party had a rest. For once, nobody tried to kill you or swindle you. Actually, no, that is a lie. There was one attempted swindling. But apart from that, you had a relatively calm, peaceful session. Besides that, you had a breakfast with Arvis Bell, wherein he gifted you all beautifully made and somewhat matching rings, before setting off on your journey to Cold Fort with Soha Zekris in tow. Your journey was, dare I say, relatively pleasant. Along the way, conversing with Soha Zekris, and once again, dare I say, realizing he isn't just a drunken fool. But still mostly a drunken fool. It wasn't long before you arrived at the two-tiered grey city that is Cold Fort, crossing a great and expansive bridge, along the way handing out a retirement package to Hosea so he could spend more time with his grandchildren. You quickly headed to the Piss and Whistle Inn, Soha stabling your mount just across the road, and you unfortunately learned that your contact and lead, who you knew as Nalzin, is actually Ulfril Nalhorist, who had found himself locked securely in the Hellchain prison a week prior. From there, you headed upwards into the town, ready for a shopping trip. So, it is early evening. The sky begins to shimmer in shades of orange above you as the sun begins to dance towards the horizon. As you glance around, you see, as one by one you see the grainstone buildings begin to come to life as the smoke begins to billow up into the cold air. Various people have begun to retreat to their homes for evening respite from the, dare I say, getting more and more freezing climate you found yourself in. You head onwards for around 5 minutes. Eventually, the muddy street becomes cobbled, and activity becomes more abundant. People of many professions milling about, the occasional blue glint of a Tyranid patrol marching past. You come out into what seems to be the closest shopping area you could find, the most practical one. It's a large courtyard area, a large fir tree proudly standing in the centre, maybe 50 feet tall. Benches and seating encompass its perimeter. Blocks of grey buildings surround the courtyard, many shops within. You see a few market stalls selling their last goods for the day. And there's a beautiful smell that wafts over you of freshly baked pastry, gravy, nice bread, as the bakers begin to take their last loaves from the oven and slowly take them out, wafting through the late evening air. As you enter this courtyard, you see a single bard stand on a soapbox, possibly 100 feet away. He announces to the crowd in front of him, this is my last 6 songs, before he begins strumming his lute, and saying his last songs, his voice carried once again on the evening air, in this courtyard that is slowly dwindling with energy. But you are here to shop, so I'm going to hand over to you. What would you all like to do?
I give a soft elbow to Kashaw and an inconspicuous point at the bard on the soapbox. Quite the performer, but I don't think he'll stand up to the great Kashaw C. Cassidy, huh?
Probably not, but I've got things to take care of before I decide to upstage that poor gentleman there. So,
I figured you were thinking that as well.
maybe not right now. Anyone seeing armor around here, or perhaps a practitioner of magical, arcane items? I have more gold than I've seen in a long time, and I'd like to make a contribution to this here economy.
Did you say contribution?
Yes, I'm going to purchase goods to help it. Yeah, I'm not going to explain this to you. Anyways,
I mean, you were taking a nap when Leocast was basically throwing small sacks of gold at an old man tending the guard duty on the bridge, so...
I've been very tired recently. Lots to think about. You know,
I know,
whatnot.
you've been very emotional, and... look, now's
Yes,
the time for
well,
that.
I kind of got my soul sucked out of me for a little bit there, quite literally. So, you know, little R&Rs. I feel warranted.
Very true. I'll accompany you to your store. Let's go find something interesting.
I would like to come along as well.
So,
Well, Miss Joy, always glad to have your presence around. So, yeah.
so am I correct in thinking you guys are just trying to find what looks interesting as a store rather than necessarily going for a certain item?
I'm actually trying to find a blacksmith shop or
Blacksmith,
someplace.
I'm looking for magical items.
Ditto. I am also looking for magical items.
I don't think I can afford magical items unless it's anything of like 750 gold or less.
Haha, nod, nod, wink, wink. We can.
You know,
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I got a little bit of money on me. I know Joy. I think Joy's like loaded.
Yeah.
But we don't know that.
But we don't. I know that, but you don't know that.
I got a good bit of gold though.
Well, first things first, I need to trade in these dusty leathers here. I have been wearing them for a long time, and they have done a decent job, but considering how dangerous it is to be around y'all folk, I feel like an upgrade is mighty necessary.
So you're heading to the blacksmith.
I am.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a better shield.
Okay, so glancing about this kind of main courtyard area you find yourself in, you see a corner building with the very heavy metal sound of an anvil, and you obviously, you're a smart guy. You take out a blacksmith and you head immediately towards it. As he's doing that, can I ask if the rest of you are accompanying him or doing your own
I'm
thing?
likely
Okay.
looking for a Fletcher or who would ever take care of arrows in the
Get
city.
yourself a +1 bow, Lugos.
Dude, yeah.
Dude.
A blacksmith might stock arrows. I've got a general store. They're your two best bets for that.
All right, I'll go with them to the blacksmith then.
Okay.
I'll also go.
Okay, we're all going to the blacksmith. Full party trip. Nice, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna rob him.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you?
You're like a 6-year-old child.
It's a candy store. Everything's free in my eyes.
Okay. So you head to a blacksmith, and you see it's a small building crammed into the corner of its entire courtyard, and it's a stout one-story building made of heavy wood logs. You see cobble and mortar beams sit at the end of a grey block of buildings. Plumes of black smoke billow from a thick stone chimney rising from the far side of a shingled slate roof. Steps lead to a heavy-set door, where overhead a sign extravagantly reads, Goldar Armorsmiths and Sons. As you approach the door, you hear the very familiar tinny sound of a hammer rapping on steel echoing from a window inside. Stepping inside, I assume? Immediately, the
Hell
earthy
yeah.
smell of worked hides hits your nose. The small, simple room houses dozens of racks, each holding a different kind of protective gear. Along one wall rest sets of sleek and seemingly well-made leather armor. Some reinforced with thick iron studs, some plain, while along another wall stands proud plate and chainmail suits. You see various tables laid along the center where there appears to be various weapons and shields and other trinkets. There appears to be no shopkeep here, and you see there's a small passageway leading to another room. As you enter, immediately the tinny sound of hammering stops. Footsteps begin to approach the archway, and soon enough you see a heavily bearded and tired-looking dwarf stood in front of you. Very short, you see his beard's put into many braids and kind of turned up at the edges, and he wears a thick leather apron. He kind of just tilts his head in exertion towards you all.
Ah, well, good evening, my good man, and I tip my hat. I was wondering if we might be able to procure some arms and armor from you. Hoping you're not closing up too soon here, perhaps.
Aye, I'm in business for about another half an hour. I'm sure I can get you something. What might you like? And you see as he begins to walk around the edge of his shop and begin to procure the goods on the shelf, glancing.
Well, I myself am in the market to trade in for a better chest piece here. I've been carrying this particular piece for a while. It's served its purpose, but I feel that given the present company, I could use something a little bit finer. What do you have in the make of lighter but sturdier armor?
Well, you see, I've just finished a new chest piece of leather armor, reinforced with iron studs. That might be something you're interested in. Very flexible, very tough, but also protects against sword blows quite nicely.
That sounds to be right up my alley, sir. What would be the purchasing price of this particular piece?
80 gold pieces.
80 gold pieces. Can I insight that?
Yeah, sure.
Seems a little high.
Just a little bit.
I mean, not too far. I mean, again, just,
You know, it's only a 25% markup, not bad.
yeah, clearly.
Not 20.
Nat
Okay.
freaking 20, let's go.
This type of armor, you've seen it advertised many times before in your travels. It normally goes for about 45 to 50 gold pieces.
Is there any particular bells and whistles to this particular set here? I mean, I know it's probably fresh off the forge, sir. I do not mean to doubt your skill in the slightest, but I have seen pieces similar of a cheaper price. Perhaps we'd be able to negotiate something?
Well, I bet you the pieces you've seen have been of shoddy quality. And you see as he walks over to a display piece. You see this curve of leather here? That took me 2 days to make, just this simple hip piece. I tell you, this is the best quality you can get for miles around.
I see. Again, I'm not for shortage of coin by any means. I just wanted to see if possible I could... Well, how's about 65?
Look, I really don't want to undersell my own work. You said something about bells or whistles. We can fit those if you'd like.
Fit those if you'd like.
Well, I am a performer by trade, but I do not require bells nor whistles. You know what? Sir, I'm going to take your word for it. I'll pay it all up front. In the hopes that the quality is everything you say and more. And I give him the 80 gold pieces.
Oh, an upfront payment. And he says, takes and he's like, This isn't illegal currency, is it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Take a bite. You'll see.
Right. I'll just go and fetch a display piece. I'll be back in a second. And you see as he heads into a back room and you hear the clattering of getting various pieces of armor together as he assembles you a full set of armor to bring to you.
Yeah, as he's gone, I'm going to take an actual very astute look at this armor around and see if it's actually of the quality he is saying it is.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
It's stuffed with newspaper.
It's cardboard.
It's cardboard and newspaper.
14.
Not terrible.
You look, the stitching seems to be really very nice. The leather seems to be of a high quality, and you look, the iron rivets put into it seem to be very securely fastened in, which is always good for the longevity of such a piece as this.
Well, can't argue when a craft piece is as good as it is.
It's made with love, Kishol.
And love doesn't
I'm
necessarily
gonna check
mean-
out, see if there's any shields on any racks for display.
Yeah,
Love
you,
doesn't exactly
glance about.
mean 35 gold piece markup.
you see a variety of shields. You see a small kind of a buckler shield, so very small, just kind of fits around your wrist. But you see a tower shield, so very massive. And you see your classic heat, kind of a kite shield. So those are the only ones you can see in the shop. Seems to be limited stock. Small room.
Any shields that allow me to still two-hand a weapon? Like, strapped to the arm type?
Oh,
like you
roll
mentioned.
perception.
What, like a dirge?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
That's more of like a plate that's made of metal. That's not actually like armor
16.
armor.
Unfortunately, it's just one guy owning this shop
Right.
and rejuvenating stock. There isn't a huge amount. Unfortunately, you can't really find anything of that variety.
Hey man, pay for the R&D. Come back in like 3 months.
The maybe just of anything higher than a standard 2 AC shield that I can still one hand. If it's like a kite or a tower.
I'd say the tower would give you a +4 to AC, but
Holy shit.
I'd say you get disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws when you have it.
I mean, I fail those anyway.
I'm not meant to
How many
avoid.
tower shields does he have?
Oh,
Only
God
one,
damn it.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Maybe Leocast would want to buy it instead.
Oh no, his AC would be 22. God damn it.
Leo Costa is just thinking about stealing it, grabbing and walking out.
Big red tower. Oh, I got it.
See you guys.
I'll see you guys.
So you're also to this main bit of a shop, having a look around the blacksmith's wares. As you see the dwarf with a heavy hide apron returns. In his hand, he has a large sack, and you can quite clearly see various pieces of leather armor bundled into it. With as much love as he can muster, he gives a belated throw to the sack, and it lands on the floor in front of his desk. Right, is that everything you'll be requiring?
Well, for myself personally, lady, gentlemen, is there anything else you're particularly interested in? I step back and
Do you?
I am debating on dual wielding short swords as well. Maybe.
How much is that tower shield over there?
He glances back. That one, you see, this has been in my stock for 6 years now. No one's bought it. They say it feels slightly off balance, but I'm sure for someone like you, you're stronger than an ox, so you can hold it just fine. 60 gold pieces.
Deal.
motherfucker, what?
Fair.
Oh, what the fuck?
I can give him the 60 gold pieces.
You see as he goes, he picks up the tower shield and takes it to you. You see the front of it. It is painted in bright red and purple in this alternating kind of mosaic pattern almost. The metal it's made of seems to be an iron. It's slightly old, so there's a sign of some rust around some of the various rivets and screws, but it should hold up for a while anyway.
Do you have anything else that would increase my armor as well?
What do you have on now, plate?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Oh god.
Do you have chainmail? If you have chainmail, the next up is splint.
Or half plate.
No, let me check real quick. I have something I can't
Half
find.
plate
Chainmail.
first.
You have chainmail.
So
Yes,
splint
sir.
would be the next tier up.
So
Yeah.
my AC is 22 now.
Wait, if you had a shield
For the-
before, it will just be 20.
Dang it.
So you have to take off your old subtract 2 and then add 4.
Yeah.
You can't
And
wield
remember
2 shields unless
as well,
you don't want to wield a
You
weapon.
just handed over 60 gold pieces to make sure to knock that off your parachute.
Huh?
Okay.
If
Does he have
if I'm
splint?
if I'm wielding 2 shields, does that give me the bonus of 2 shields?
Unfortunately not.
Does he have splint armor?
All the time.
I'll see if he does have splint mail. If not, I can commission it. If it's possible.
Once again, he looks. Let me see. You're talking about splint, aren't you? I don't have any splint in at the moment, but I'm sure we can make some. But I do have something slightly better if you'd like it. bear with me for just a second. And he says he heads into the back. You hear a loud kind of ding, ding. He goes, fuck. And he says he walks in with it looks like quite a severe limp on one foot. But from his hand, he reveals a large. It looks like a section of forearm armor, and this is just shiny steel. The entire thing, beautifully polished, beautifully made. You see, I just completed a set of plate armor. Might you be interested?
Oh god.
Well, sir, I think plate armor might be a little bit out of my budget. But that looks like a lovely craft, I have to say.
Look, my friends, this was commissioned the Tyrannim Primus of the town. You know? The head guardsman? He didn't want it. This is... And he slaps it. High quality stuff.
And
Oh, but wouldn't the fucking outfit of a guard be illegal?
Oh, no. This is not the outfit. This is the armor. It
Right,
isn't
so it hasn't
painted
been
in the blues
brandished.
or...
It's
Yeah.
and
not brandished yet.
how much exactly would this particular piece cost?
2,000 gold pieces.
2,000. Okay. Right.
It's about on the high scale again, after margins.
Take that as a no.
What's your I am highly interested, but I might be in the area for a short while. What would the commission time frame be for Splint if I were to pay you to start working on it?
Well, I'd expect you to pay me the cost of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay me just right, I can do that in 2 weeks. If you pay me the cost of the armor and then some, I can do it in a week. Pay me the cost of the armor and then a lot. I can get it done in 3 days.
Well, I certainly don't want to work you to death if it means you staying up all night. But all right, what would be your price for it and then some?
And just to be clear, are we talking about a week or 3 days?
Sure. Shoot me the 3-day price.
500 gold pieces.
I look over at No, you don't have 500.
I do. Out of character, I do, but like, do I really want to pay double the price of split armor?
Can I ask if Maverick seems visibly kind of hesitant about this?
Slightly. I'm
Yeah.
slightly hesitant about it, but he looks like he's considering it seriously.
Well, I'm aware it's a lot of money. If perhaps your friends also perhaps got something, we could do it as a bundle deal and bring down the price slightly.
Sure.
Well-
Lugos, weren't you here for anything?
I'm here to maybe get a little bit of point low. Got arrows.
I've got arrowheads.
You got the rest of it.
No. That'll be the general store.
Alright, how much for an arrowhead?
He kind of glances at you for a second.
A bundle of them. A bundle of 20.
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, as a good human, you know, keeping the conscience clean, you can get these cheaper from the general store, but they aren't as good as of quality as you'll find here, handmade. But if you want to buy 20 hours from me, 2 gold pieces, 20-hour heads.
I'll check in with the general store first, see what their quality is like. And
Course.
maybe if I don't like it, I'll come back here and shill out 2 gold pieces for a bundle.
Anytime.
I have a question for you, friend. Would I be able to trade in this leather armor I currently have on for not a discounted price, but perhaps you could use it for some other reason?
Let me take a look. As he walks closer towards you, and his large, very calloused hands begin to kind of it begins kind of to tug and pull at the armor. Inspects it really very closely. How old is this?
It's about, let's see now, 3 years? 3 years old?
He looks. Checks out. The original smell's gone.
Unfortunate.
Few of the rivets. I'll be honest, friend, it isn't in the best quality, but it's very workable. In fact, I could even take this and make it into pristine condition again if you'd so like.
Well, the point of me purchasing the previous set of armor that I purchased from you was so that I wouldn't necessarily need this one anymore. But I don't need you to rework it. But if you could use it and perhaps give me a sale or something along those lines, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
You know, I'll purchase this from you for 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay. That works for me.
Like that's 50%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Well, there goes my leather armor.
This dude is charging 4 times the price for a bundle of arrows.
Yeah, so he takes it and he's like, I'm gonna flip this and make it nice again. And you see as he walks into the back room, places it somewhere, and comes back out.
Can you send my items to the D&D Beyond sheet whenever you're ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
We all have to hydrate thanks to Logan. Got that? He redeemed hydrate. Everyone has to take a sip. If we have a drink, of course, near us.
I have water.
All right.
Hydrated.
All right. I'm consider myself mostly interested. We have to catch some other shops before they end up closing. If not, I'll catch you first thing tomorrow. So, how about that, Splint?
Boss. I'll open at about 9, close at about 5, depending on how I'm feeling. Wonderful to meet you.
I want to give him a hearty handshake.
Yeah, your hands, even though he's a dwarf, so he's physically smaller, his hands just
He's
dwarf
got
yours. Yeah, it is like shaking hands with a gorilla almost. Just
don't say
takes
gorilla
hand, shakes
Ranegi.
Oh no.
Gorillas,
Monkey.
glass enclosure, cafe.
Okay.
Okay.
Monkey.
Anyway. Thank you, sir. I'll hopefully see you in the morning.
Of course.
I'll start heading my way out and wait outside for the rest of them.
I'm gonna head to the general store.
Head into a general store. Can I ask what everyone else is doing?
Gotta bring.
I'll just ask him one more question.
Of course.
Do you have any better long swords?
Oh, you're a connoisseur of a blade. What kind of price range are you looking at?
Somewhere between, I'm gonna say 450 between 200.
I've got something that might interest you in that price range. Yeah.
And what might that be, sir?
Wait here for just a second. You see as he walks into a back room, you hear a from the back. You see he returns, holding a long sword that appears to be made of pure steel, but you see it has a very beautiful shine to it. This is fresh off a forge yesterday. He kind of displays it to you. The handle is inlaid with a gold filigree. It's a beautifully balanced sword, and you see he kind of flips it, twirls it around, just to show you how well balanced it is.
Is it a +1 sword?
You do not know.
You do not know.
Okay. How much is this sword?
50 gold pieces.
How many?
50.
Oh.
50.
Okay, I'll buy it.
I take it you'll be wanting a scabbard as well.
Oh, this is how they get you. See if it fits in the one you got.
Wait, what do you say?
A scabbard. Sheath.
Oh shit. Yeah, I have one.
See if it fits in yours before you buy more shit off this guy.
I'll see if it fits.
Your previous blade is a very standard longsword. You see this one. It's almost an old English style sword in that it's really quite wide at the base. And it fits for a bit, and then near the top you see as it kind of flares out and gets increasingly wide. It goes and there's about 6 inches of the top sticking out.
Oh God.
So that's a quite a blade.
I'm gonna need a, one of these holders here.
Yeah, of course. We can do you a standard level one, or I can get you one of our premiums.
Oh, this son of a bitch. I don't like this guy anymore.
Well, now how much is a premium?
Premium would be another 50 gold pieces.
What's the difference?
Cool.
Well, a level one, it's just a leather scabbard, boiled, relatively structurally stable. The premium, it's inlaid with the same gold filigree. It has oil inside to make sure your sword will always have a smooth draw. And I've patented my own system, where we have small sharpening stones on the inside, so every time you unsheath, it sharpens a blade ever so slightly. Stops it from ever getting dull.
Are there mechanical bonuses to these things? Like, I'm so
Sure, why
curious
not?
now.
I'll give him the
That's what
100
I've been
gold.
wondering this whole time. If they're like,
I'm just gonna have to take a note from Lance's book here. I'm gonna have to start doing this shit to
if
my
it's like
players.
if it's a +1 sword or +1 arrows or something, or is he just like shilling us like in?
Oh, he's super chill. He's super chilling us out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll my eyes and walk out.
Oh,
I just
so you're
want my
looking to take
armor.
the premium
us.
scabbard. Okay. You see,
I
so
just
he
want
goes
my
to back.
armor.
He brings a large, very wide scabbard, and it weighs a hefty amount as he hands it to you.
Gold inlaid, pre-oiled, pre-sharpened.
Leo
But-
Koch is just going all out.
But I will say, can I ask how
Hit my
well your
ride.
belt is constructed? Is it like a
Oh
thin
my
thing they've had for a while?
It's a very good belt. Very
Okay.
good belt.
But because your belt is already good and structurally stable, the heavy weight of the scabbard, it doesn't affect it too much. But if you were to have a weaker belt, it would have perhaps pulled one side down and unevened your waist. But luckily, your belt is nice structurally stable. And you see his eyes seem a bit disappointed for a second. So he can't get you to buy a nice new belt as well.
This son of a bitch.
He goes,
That's crazy.
oh, that suits you. I can see it in your eyes. That sword's meant for you. And he hands the sword over.
Can I roll another insight check just to see if this guy is grifting the shit out of us? Because I
Yeah.
feel like he's grifting the shit out of us.
Nat 20
Natural
again.
20.
He's not kind of... How would you say this? He's not
He's
scamming you,
sweet-talking.
if that makes sense. He's just... He likes his own work very much, and he almost wants a monopoly on all adventurers. He's like, oh, they will be wearing the Goldar branded swords, the Goldar branded belts, that kind of stuff. So he's not necessarily scamming you, he's just likes pushing his own work.
God damn, he's branding. God damn.
Yeah.
He's trying to become the supreme.
He's gonna become
Amazon of
the
blacksmiths.
Apple iPhone of armor.
The Amazon blacksmith.
Do I have to get the sword identified or anything?
I think it's just a sword. That's the problem.
Oh no.
And I
really
think
soft. Oh no.
and I think this was just studded leather armor. I don't know.
Hey,
There's
you know
no
what?
way
Still
Until
any
you
of
go
this is
swimming,
+1.
until you go swimming in it, Kashaw, you don't really know. It could hold up really well underwater.
Or in lava.
Lava. In the
Yeah.
lava.
See, that's the sad part about lava. I'm not worried about the armor. I'm worried about everything outside of it.
So you see his-
Leocast, you look at the blacksmith and be like, okay, listen, click.
Okay, I've had
So-
my fun. Click.
I'm gonna take my armor. I'm gonna give a smile, and I'm gonna walk out. I'm done with this fucking place. Like, I know he's like good or whatever, but if this doesn't give me any benefit,
Is that plate mail armor still like out? Is it on the counter?
It is in the back of his.
Stop.
His shop is actually divided into two things. He has like the showroom at the front, but it looks like everything of value is in the back room. Kind of the forge, the anvil, that kind of stuff is in the back room. That's where
He's
plate
just
armor
a
would be stored.
delusional dwarf, man. He's
yes,
just
let me
delusional.
put a 2,000 gold piece suit of armor out on display.
You cast heat metal on it.
I would.
I totally would.
Is anybody still in the shop with me?
I think we all left.
Yeah, I know. We all left.
You're
I'm
the
gonna go
only
meet
one.
up. I'm gonna go
Please
meet up
don't-
with Joy.
Don't. Yeah, same. We're gonna hit the general store with Joy. I think we're gonna rob that place. Go have fun.
Dude, fuck the general store. I want to find magic items. Like
True, but I should
actual
I should
magic.
Probably visit in a apothecary.
Ah, potions. That'd be a good idea too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go visit. Gonna go find an apothecary. I think.
Okay.
I just want to get more arrows, man.
I'm gonna go look for an
Lucas.
adoption center.
Okay, so you aren't looting the dwarf.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm robbing him later tonight. I'm taking that armor.
Okay.
Have fun.
I'll
with
wave.
that.
I'll wave at I'll wave at Kashaw and Joy and be like, "Big sure to buy me something nice." And I'm gonna go to apothecary.
He said he closes in 30 minutes, right?
Above that, yeah.
You're not gonna. Oh, God, you're not.
All right,
gonna
I'll
wait
go back in
behind
an
the
hour.
building until night. Okay. Oh wow. All right. Cool.
Okay, so Maverick, I'll deal with you first going to the apothecary.
Yeah. This
Okay.
will be quick, I think.
Yeah, so again, you head across a beautiful courtyard and called you see the bard is probably on his third song, almost close to packing up, and you head to the apothecary. The first thing you see about the shop is a small wooden sign hanging above the door. It's a single door with a grimy window next to it. The shop is called Herbs.
Herb. I like Herb already. Herb
As you-
like futons.
As you open the door, the perfume of the shop shocks your senses. It's an overwhelming mix of the scents from sweet flowers and bitter herbs dangling from the ceiling and dotted about the small shop, while jars of unknown powders line the shelves no doubt add new notes with each breath you take. The shopkeeper of this strange bivouac isn't immediately visible, but soon enough you hear the circular grinding sound of a mortar and pestle from a back room, hidden with a curtain that hangs in the doorway behind the counter. There's no one else in the shop. It's just this strong aromatic smell and the sound of a mortar and pestle from behind the curtain.
I'll just call out somewhat loudly, but not yelling. Afternoon.
The curtain is immediately retracted and you see a hunched over old man with a large bush of curly grey hair and bushy eyebrows with wiry eye spectacles on, with dashing blue eyes. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Welcome to Herbs. What can I do for you? You see as he kind of makes his way out of a small curtained room, glances about his store.
Well, evening there, Herb. Looking to buy. Say, I'm looking for something in particular in medicinal.
Oh, you're looking for medicinal properties, are you?
Yeah. Whether it
Sure,
be
I
a
can do
medicine
something
kit
for
or
you.
in the potion. First aid kit, medicine kit, or potions, whatever you got.
Whoa. Are you talking poisons, wounds, stabbings, burnings, stranglings?
Anti-poisons and filters of medicinal purposes. Anti-poisons would also be a good benefit.
Yes. Yes. And you see as he immediately goes to the side of the shop, and there's this horrible noise of glass on glass as he begins to just sweep his way through all the shelves, getting stuff together.
Don't break anything.
And he returns about 20 seconds later with handfuls of, well, no, an armful of stuff and places it all on a counter in front of you. Ooh, right. First things first. And he brings out 3 small vials of liquid. This is Herb's patented antitoxin. This will deal for any poisons you may encounter. Not certified. That isn't a guarantee, but I think it will guarantee against any poison you may encounter. These are all 15 gold per piece. And then also over here we have these magnificent Herb's potions of healing. And over here we've got Herb's herbs of healing, which are also a very good alternative. We've also got Herb's burn kit and Herb's medical kit. All very good if you... over persuasion where you might get a slice.
Okay.
So you've got Herb's burn kit, Herb's antitoxins, Herb's healing herbs, and Herb's medical kit.
How much for the medical kit, the healing potions, and the anti-poisons?
How many anti-poisons would you want?
They're 15 gold a piece, 5.
Okay. You want 5 of those? 15 gold a piece? Okay.
Okay.
That'd be 75.
I'll take it.
Okay. The
75.
okay. Oh yes, anti-poison's only 15 gold apiece. Quite a price if I say. You see as he hands them over. Now, do you want herbs? Herbs burn kit? Herbs burn kit is very good. I once used it on a dragonfire survivor. I didn't make it. But it's a very good kit, I assure you.
Unfortunate. The medicine kit next, sir. How much?
Medicine kit, yes. How stocked would you like it? We can give you a fully stocked version, or we can give you a half stocked version. It really is up to personal preference, you see.
How much for fully stocked?
Fully stocked? You seem like a nice boy. I'll do that to you for 40 gold pieces.
35. I mean, I'm just bought your toxins, and I'm interested in other things as well. Would you be fine with 35?
Yes, of course. You're a charming person.
Very well.
I can do 35 gold
Thank
for
you
that.
so
And he says he drags that across the counter.
35 down it is. And then your potions of healing, your patented potions of healing.
Yes. Would you like the basic? Or, ooh, dare I say, the potent? And you see as he reaches into a pouch in his waist and brings out this glittering liquid in a small test tube.
Potent.
Yeah. Oh, no. And as he was about to hand over to you, he was like, oh, sorry. These are the poisons. Oh, I thought you were asking for poison. This is not...
Thank you for correcting us.
mistake. That was actually a DM mistake. I was about to just tell you a potent poison. Disguised as
You
healing
described
potion.
the potent poison. This is the potent healing one. No, the label is rubbed off. This is the one that you want.
Yeah, it's two almost identical liquids. See, they don't have labels, but I can tell by eyesight.
As he like fixes his like 3-layered bifocals with the magnifiers and the magnifier and the magnifier.
Oh. Just to clarify, you don't want poison.
Healing, potent healing, sir.
And poison isn't healing. Yes, of course.
Depends on who you ask, sir.
Here we go. Yeah, and he brings again a small conical flask kegged. 50 gold pieces per one. I've got 5 in stock. You can take more if you like.
Any kind of deal if I buy all 5 right here, right now, in full price? Well, you're asking originally, but 50 each for 5. That'd be normally 250. We'd be good with 220.
220 if you
I'll
go to
tell
a
all
general
my friends
store
about you.
and buy me a new cane. I've been in need of a new cane, but I haven't quite been able to make a trip.
You got yourself a deal, sir.
Yes. You see as he takes out all 5 potions of healing, puts them next to the antitoxins and the medicine kit. Oh, do you like anything else?
Hold on, I am adding 5 antitoxins, potions of healing.
Yeah, 5 of those. You've really stocked up here.
Yeah, antitoxin, potion of healing. All right, and I'm gonna give him a new cane. Oh right, and a medicine kit, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's in. I'm gonna just add herbalism kit because I don't think I can find medicine kit on here. I think that's what it is, herbalism kit anyway. Got it. Great. Perfect.
Did
I
something
believe.
for
That's all I
once.
need. Something useful. Hey, at least I haggled this guy. He was a lot easier to talk down a little bit than the dwarf for sure.
Just do what I'm gonna do. Steal the set.
I mean, that's about a 2,000 gold discount.
It's basically free.
I'll grab you a cane. Hopefully you're not going to close up too soon, sir. You have a good one.
Yes, of course. Thank you again. And he waves as you exit the door.
What a
The
nice old guy.
The fresh air, once again, filling your nose, and some sort of a relief from the very sweet and aromatic smell.
Breathe again.
The rest of you are going to the general store, correct?
No, I was going to an adoption center.
Okay. How many of you are going to the general store, might I ask?
I think just me.
Just you?
No, I'm going on a date with Joy. We're going magic item hunting.
Yes to the second part.
Ha! I said it first. It happened. Anyways, yeah, no. I'm
Damn it! You beat me to it.
I'm tagging
Okay.
along with Joy to try and hunt down magic items if we can find like a shop or something, like an enchantment
Leah
store. I don't know.
Make me a perception check. I'm the same with Joy and Kishore.
Please fail. Leah,
Which
Cass,
one?
please fail the
She gets
Why?
advantage. I'm helping her.
Both of you.
She gets. I'm helping. I'm helping me help.
Wait,
I
I have a
need-
question, Lance. With my points, can I give myself inspiration?
No. You cannot redeem the channel points to give yourself inspiration.
Good thing I asked, because I was going to do that.
Okay, so Kishore. Okay, I'll deal with you in just a second. This one will be slightly okay. Leokas, you head off to find an orphanage. You seem to be in the area of Coldfort, which is mostly retail and housing. You kind of ask about a bit, and you get information of where an orphanage is, but it's most definitely closed to visitors and definitely closed at this time of night.
Darn.
I'll have to go back in the morning.
Very scared about that entire finding an orphanage. Yeah.
You tried, Lance. You tried, but he's persistent.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll just go wait outside the blacksmith shop.
You wouldn't even believe how persistent he is sometimes.
Okay. Lou goes again. I'll deal with you first, because the whole Kishore and Joy magic thing, that's going to be a whole separate box of worms. Tin of worms, can of snakes. All the same thing. Lou goes.
Barrel of scorpions, if you will.
Yeah.
You head to a general store, and this is by far the biggest shop in the courtyard. It's a huge shop with a peaked roof, and you see another sign hanging down that says Newsfather and Co. This shop obviously caters to many, many people. An entranceway snakes away to various rooms and an upper floor, each housing something different. You see near the entrance, tucked into a small nook, a single cleanly polished counter rests. Behind it, two human males, each dressed in matching retail attire, with tired smiles from a long day at work, conversing with each other whilst waiting for the next customer. As you enter, they both turn. Sorry. I give you a polite nod as you enter. You look. From preliminary glance, you see a section devoted to chains, ropes, and various locks, whilst another section is dedicated to handmade children's toys. There's model paints, there's everything you could imagine in this general store. It is really the jack of all trades.
Okay.
So
Nice.
arrows, correct?
Yeah, looking for those arrows, man.
Roll investigation for me.
Oh boy. Was not expecting any of this. I can't find the arrows.
Imagine not finding the arrow because it's not your favorite terrain. Oh, 15 never mind.
It would just
17.
change the price and quality of the arrows you find. Such a huge shop, there's so many different things in different places. So you
Really
go
don't
and
want to buy from the dwarf.
you quickly find it in a nook tucked away. They're selling bundles of hunting arrows. In a bundle,
Nice.
there's 12. They're about a silver piece per bundle. They look of okay quality, but you're just your standard run-of-the-mill arrows. Nothing too amazing. As you're glancing at this, there's a ding 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 from a door as the familiar figure of Maverick enters the store as well.
I'll go ahead and grab 2 bundles of arrows
Okay.
and
Be 24 arrows.
24 arrows. And I kind of just like inspect their quality, see if they'll do the job. I'm sure they
Yeah.
will.
Roll investigation.
Sure.
You just smell the arrow, smell like the flesh.
Grab the arrow and I
fletching.
like pull it by the arrow and like let go.
You lick the blade like, good quality, yes.
The arrowhead
Yeah.
isn't razor sharp. It's gonna offer a bit of resistance, and the shape of it, a few of them are kind of misaligned and not the best. The feathers on the back, they're as good as you could hope for, because you assume this is kind of a relatively mass-produced item. There's bundles and bundles of this thing. Not the best. The stick, well, the shaft in the center, it's not particularly sturdy. You reckon it'll snap upon impact of anything particularly heavy, but for the price, you can't really falter.
I'll buy him. Whatever.
Yeah.
You could sharpen them yourself anyway during downtime.
Exactly.
On Learcast's new sheath.
Yeah. Yeah, you just borrow a sheath and just start dragging arrows through it.
Okay, you're borrowing those?
Do I spot Lugos?
You would do, yeah.
Yeah, he sticks out like a sore dick. All right, I'm gonna go over.
That's a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Hi, Lugos.
Yeah, what you want? Hi, how's it going?
I get close to him. Got you something. Yeah. I want to hand him one of the antitoxins.
Yeah, so it's a small vial of a weird kind of circling liquid. Not immediately obvious what it is.
Wait, what's all of this then? Is it some sort of potion or something?
Yeah, it's anti-poison, antitoxin. Ever get bit by a snake, eat a weird plant, get stabbed with some sort of assassinating dagger, whatever, what have you.
Spend
Just
1
mix it
minute
right up.
around Diokos.
You know, that too.
Oh, sure. Thanks for it. You get some for the rest of the people.
Yeah, I got everyone an antitoxin in case of an emergency.
Oh, good on you, lad.
Oh, right, I'm one of these. I want to hand him a potion of healing as well.
Oh, that. Holds it up like,
Medicinal.
"Thanks, mate."
Well, patch you right up. It doesn't do the best, but in case of an emergency, or I don't know, Kishore has another near-death experience again, you can shove it down his throat.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be having plenty of those in the days to come.
Well, a bard has to have tales to be able to tell the tales, huh?
Oh, sure. So what have you been up to? You go and visit a little apothecary or something?
Yeah, sweet old man, actually. Oh, right. I gotta grab something really quick. I gotta find a cane.
Roll investigation for me.
All right. I'm not sure what to find.
1. Okay.
Oh, hey, it's a modded one, not a nat one.
Yeah, a modded one. Oh,
Divine inspiration.
so yeah, you can get an advantage on that.
All right, I'll try it again. I'll waste his channel points so I can fail again. Thanks.
Roasting with channel points to find a cane for a sweet old man.
I mean,
Nobody
hey,
use. 4. It's better.
4.
It's better because you glance about. Upon first glance, you don't really find a cane, but it's such an expansive shop. You have a look. There's various corridors and rooms you go through and look down, and eventually you come down into a lower floor. It appears the shop sits on a hill, so halfway through there's like a new ground floor. So you go down to that, and on the wall there's an entire selection of canes. Made of different woods with different designs on them. There's one which has branded itself as a cane with a sword inside of it, which to you is...
That's cool as hell. How much is that one, actually?
That one will be 25 gold pieces.
That actually is really freaking cool, though. Is there any canes that are like black with hot rod flames on them? Like pirate skulls and hot rod flames, for this like cool old guy.
What kind of a DM do I want to be?
Can I just roll a d20? Can I just roll a d20 luck check?
Yeah, a luck check, just to see if fate has aligned.
19, let's go!
You glance around next to these oaken, wedge kind of. You glance around, and at the furthest corner, just kind of tucked away behind a few, there's an odd glimpse of orange and black. Huh, what's that? You begin to move through, and this cane, it takes a form. So the handle of the cane itself is a large skull with its mouth open.
Oh
and
my
it's kind
god,
of
metal.
has flames kind of twirling
Does it have a
around it and
spike on the
grasping at it.
bottom?
No, but there's actually there's an indication of a slight spike coming out of the top of the skull, which has been blunted towards the top. And the
This old
bottom,
man is about to be isekai'd to heavy metal.
Hell yeah, dude.
see-
How much?
And the thing is,
sorry, keep describing it.
the bottom of the cane is like copper and bronze. It seems to be an alloy, and that's been casted into kind of these reddish orangey flames that dwell at the bottom of it.
Brilliant. A flaming skull cane. I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna immediately grab it.
Roll me another look check.
Oh god, no! Is it cursed? Is it a fucking cursed item?
It's
14.
14. You look. Oh, well, you kind of adjust your vision. It's quite a dim room. You look. Oh, what's this? 30% off sale. Huh. This appears to be going for about 15 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. This old man is gonna be tricked out. It's
Okay.
it's
So-
like pimp my ride.
You guys, I assume, pay for all of your stuff there?
Yeah, what
And,
does
he's
Laura
son.
say if Maverick comes up to the cashier with like a flaming skull cane?
Why are you buying that?
Fashionable.
Are you in need
Also,
of
it's it's for a new acquaintance. It's not for me. Well, maybe in about 40 years or so.
You buy a flaming skull cane for a new acquaintance. Alright, sure. Why not?
Oh, look. All right, I'll meet you back in just a minute. Actually, I think Joy and Kishore went to a magic shop probably down the way. We can find a place. I'll meet you there. I'm gonna
All right.
go back to the apothecary.
Okay.
I want to see if this place has any +1 bows. Maybe, or any fine bows of any sort.
Ooh, fun.
If you've ever been in kind of just your classic hunting shop, there's a lot of bows which are just kind of very general market audience and kind of basic. It's that kind of stuff. There's nothing too special. They're just your classic long bows and short bows and stuff like that. Just displayed on the
Now,
wall.
where would I find a high quality bow? Please don't tell me it's the dwarf.
At this point, you have no idea. You,
Has the dwarf closed up yet?
you. It looks like he's about 15 minutes from closing.
I want to go visit him and see if he has a nice bow. I
Session.
pay for my arrows.
Yeah,
I
make sure to
just give
hide
them-
those from him, or he'll know that you bought from the
I
computer.
give them a gold piece and I just leave because I don't have silver with me.
Oh, okay. And you head to the dwarf.
And I head to the dwarf.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have any bows. He specializes in blades and ironworking.
Damn. Alright. I tell him that he's a ripoff and I leave. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a sellout.
Is there anywhere like that looks like there would be a bow in this area? Or like bow salesperson?
Roll perception.
Sure. Anything for you.
13. It's getting quite late. You can't immediately see anywhere that could. You reckon you'd have to take a trip kind of further to the shops in the city, which is best in the morning because shops are beginning to close up.
Alright.
Yeah. So, join Kishore. Your magical shopping trip. I assume Alex is here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You head off down the road to, well, acquire some magical goods. About 150 feet in the distance. No, 200 feet maybe. Joy, of course, you're infernal, your eyesight's particularly good. And you have a look at this sign and it says, Basin Zeus Magical Emporium, as you're glancing down towards the shop. You begin to head down towards it.
No, not this cock.
What?
He's the dude from the party that pissed one of us off.
Oh, well,
Oh, no,
that's
I
I
fine.
think it's the dude that
punched his
Kashal
son.
sucker punched, right?
Yeah, you punched his son.
Fuck it.
Ah,
Let's
you
go.
punched this dude.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wait,
That's what you meant by can of worms. I'm so mad. Please, I hope I can get there in time. Let me visit this old man and drop off his cane and give him a hug.
No, I'm about to make this so much worse for you, big boy. Let's go.
All right.
Bro, I'll get the shotgun out of my hip. Don't even. Anyways.
Okay.
I have to make sure that I show the fake gun on stream because I can't show real firearms on stream.
Good, yeah,
Of course.
good. Anyways, so Joy, I can't see it. I'm just walking along and
Yeah.
enjoying the nice night with you. I'm totally considering this a date, but I know it's not. Cashaws just seems happy to be there.
God.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed the sign, but I'm not gonna say anything about it.
I'm
This
not.
is Kashaw. I'm just happy to be here.
Okay, this shop is ornately detailed. Just from the outside, you look, the entire exterior seems to have been designed to resemble the hull of a ship, as in, but it's essentially the bow of a ship. So you've got this kind of, it's protruding out into the street. The door itself is kind of inlaid to the bottom of the ship. And you see a beautiful figurehead of a god with lightning bolts kind of out over the street. You see various torches inside, as it's a beautiful glass double door underneath with stained glass windows. And so you're going inside.
Well, this seems
Okay.
like a mighty nice place. You think they have anything of interest?
I sure hope so.
Me too. I
So
hold the door open for her.
Yeah, so ding 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 ding. The door opens very cleanly, well-oiled hinges.
I put on some.
As you did you just change your lighting to pink?
I did. I put on some mood lighting for Kashaw.
Thanks.
Unless you want some
Thanks,
blues,
buddy.
or maybe
No,
you want
that-
some
no.
magical like golds.
You're good. Anyways.
Okay, all right.
So you walk into this room. It's resembles a tailor shop in a weird way. The floor's wood, the walls you look, they're kind of half wood, half kind of plaster. You usually kind of a darker green surrounding. You see there's beautiful iron chandeliers hanging down in this very ornate shop. Weirdly enough though, you see very few items on display. Around the exterior of the shop are essentially large wooden tables and display cabinets. In them, where a magical item would be, you instead see these small slips of parchment put in position. At the far end of the shop is a single desk, very clean, with a single quill and piece of parchment on it. Behind it, a man in beautiful long robes stands, writing something down on the parchment. As the door enters, you see his head raise. He appears to be a half-elf, middle-aged, short-cut hair, dashing golden eyes. Hello. How can I help you?
We're looking for magical items, hoping this is the right place for it. I'm assuming it is.
Yes, of course. This is the Basin Zeus Magical Emporium. There is no finer place to go in the city. And I take it you're both perusing? Is your friend here someone who might consider buying a magical item? And he kind of looks Kishore up and down with a kind of cowboy-esque clothing. Compared to the...
As a matter of fact, I am a practitioner of the arcane arts to some degree. Of course, not maybe not in the conventional way. I am fairly interested in whatever you have to sell, good sir.
Of course,
Get him
sir.
a magical
Of course.
boot.
What might you care for? We, of course, have the classics. We've got bags which lead to an infinite void space, which allow you to store an absurd amount. We have that in both satchel form and backpack form. We've got various weapons, but of course you will need a permit from the city to acquire a magical weapon, Colfort. We've got various enchantments which you can buy, and as blacksmiths can apply, and we've also got, well, I trust you can take a peruse for yourself. Of course, unless you're looking for anything specific, I can access our main vault in Steel Hollow from here and see if we've got that for you.
Well, Joy, would you like to go first? I'm just gonna peruse if you don't mind me.
Elijah
I'm
has
gonna
redeemed the hydrate. You'll have to... Okay, so you're perusing.
Just looking at the pieces of paper, seeing if there's anything interesting. Noting price points. I really
Yeah.
want to kind of get a gauge for price
Yeah.
points.
Same.
You look, and it seems to... it's essentially if you took the tag from a magical item and just put that in the display case. So it actually says the names of all the different stuff, and a lot of it's quite expensive. You see it ranges from about 1,000 gold pieces at the cheapest to maybe 100,000 at the most expensive.
Oh, that's what I was worried about.
Xanathar's guide to everything, magic prices. That is how I run it.
Joy might be able to buy something.
Maybe Maverick will help chip in once he gets there after he delivers the old man the cane.
I'm curious about the permit or whatever we have to get in order to buy a magical item. You explain that to me a little bit?
Oh yes, of course. Well, it simply just means that no one can come into the city limits, buy a powerful artifact, and then leave and use it for whatever curse they may serve. It means only trusted members of the city may acquire such magical means.
Sure. Do you have any magical armor by chance?
Yes, we do. We have quite a hefty amount of it. What in specific, may I ask, you were looking for?
Leather or studded leather? Something light?
And do you mean you want just a simple enchantment, nothing special, maybe just a slight boost to the efficacy of the piece?
Yes, I'm trying to stay within a certain price point.
Yes. Of course. I'll have a quick peruse for you. Feel free to peruse the shelves, and you see as he begins to... There's a back room behind him, but you see it appears to be a magical vault door of sorts. And you see as he goes, he waves a hand and utters some arcane words. The door opens, he walks in, it closes behind him. And you see inside various other people dressed exactly like him, kind of in this huge magical vault. Which
And then
obviously
you
is
said they were,
much
like-
larger than the shop.
You said there were like smaller items out front?
Yeah, but just pieces of paper, not actual magical items.
Okay, is there anything about the price of the bags that were mentioned?
Oh, yes, yes. I just need to get Xanathar's guide to everything. Stayed match the
Okay.
prices of.
It's gonna be like 1,000 gold.
Hey, Alex, remember the time you got a goggles of night vision?
Yeah, and how I basically pulled a fucking card from the deck of many things to gamble
Make it-
for it.
Yes.
Yeah. How could I forget?
That all of your luck in D&D history expunged at that moment. Everything else is all downhill.
Nonsense, because I managed to roll a natural 20 from dying.
Oh yeah, on a death save. That's right.
Yeah, so nonsense.
Ah.
Good times.
Okay, so you were looking at the handy haversack, right? Which is the
haversack?
backpack.
Not even a bag of holding?
They
Yeah,
have
I was-
both. You were looking
I
at
was
the
looking
bag
for
of
a
holding?
bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Handy.
Looking for a bag of holding. That is... Come on. Roll me a d6.
Yeah.
Let's see how good we're doing.
I had to Google what a handy haversack was.
Yeah, what is that?
Their discount bag of holding.
Yeah,
But it's
it
slightly
basically
better,
has
yeah.
like, yeah, it's like has 20 freaking pouches all over the hell. Oh, each pouch can hold 20 pounds of material, no matter
Yeah.
the size of the pouch, no matter the size of the pouches on the backpack, as long as it's a carry weight.
Okay, you
Alright.
look. The cheapest one they have. It gives a small description of the item. It says small leather brown pouch with increased carrying capacity with a magical void. Condition used ash leather by the looks of it, and yeah, you see that going for about 400 gold pieces.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
solid.
Okay.
Okay. So are you buying up?
I want to see how much the armor is first.
Okay, you see he has returned from his kind of perusing of the vaults. That's okay. You see he returns. He has returned, and as you approach him at the counter, he says, "Yes, so the armor, the arcane variety of armor, it looks like it might cost you around 5,000 to 15,000 gold pieces."
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alrighty.
I have a query for you, good sir.
Yes, of course.
I walk forward and I put my current loot on the table. I back in the day had a family friend, managed to enchant an instrument that helped enhance my performances. I was wondering if it was at all feasible to perhaps enhance this particular instrument to make it more magically inclined towards my not so subtle way of saying get a +1 instrument ?
May I take a note of your name?
Why, of course, sir. The name's Cashaw. Cashaw's Cassidy.
Yeah, you see a single quill emerge and write your name on a piece of paper. And you are inquiring about enchanting a lute, yes. I'll put this through to our Enchanters Guild in Steel Hollow. I'll take a trip later on and see if that is at all feasible. I do not know. If so, we have a small pigeonhole just on my bow ship out there. I'll put a note there for Shorty Casti with an approximate price and delivery date if it is possible. If not, I will also put it is not possible on my letter.
All right, well, highly appreciate it.
Okay,
So,
so
you first.
I would like to get this ash bag of holding, please. And we're gonna have to pass on the armor right now.
Yes, of course. One bag of holding coming right up, and you see as he takes a single slip of paper, puts it in a pouch in his pocket, and once again heads into this magical vault behind him, which is much bigger than the building you're in. It's this huge expanse of space. As you see him disappear, the door closes behind him. And you see he emerges a few seconds later, holding a bag of holding, puts it on the table. Once again, the door closes behind him. Seems to be some kind of vault.
Awesome. I will hand over the 400 gold.
Right, yes. So there you go. Enjoy your new bag of holding. It has been quite thoroughly cleaned, but there may be one or two unpleasant surprises still remaining in the void space. We did our utmost best to cleanse it, but we can't guarantee anything. Some crumbs always slip through.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Will that be all? He glances at both of you.
You know what? I've heard about something. Maybe you could procure for me. Simple
Yes.
enchantment. Just a little half cape. Billows in the wind.
Oh, yes. I think... Yes, Mr. Ansel Zeus got one of those a few weeks back for a concert he attended. I'm sure we can get you something similar. Because we did work to perfect that enchantment. By order of Mr. Basin, of course. We can do that. You would just have to acquire the half cape for us, and then we could enchant it for you.
Perfect. How much would the enchantment cost?
Again, that is something I'll have to see about. I will put that on a pigeonhole letter to you. I'll get that done for you by the morning.
By the morning, all right. Well, I'll have a cape for you by then. I have to go to a tailor.
Are you gonna enchant your hat with billowing as well? So you have like the hat in your cape, and you like hold up your hands for like grabbing your sidearm.
Yes. I'm literally going to be Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
It's gonna be great.
get a tumbleweed and get that enchanted with the
It just
returning
circles you
property.
constantly.
With the returning property that artificers can have.
Yeah.
So you can recall it if you throw it, and just have a tumbleweed always orbiting you with your cape of billowing and your hat of billowing.
Nice.
Think about like having it returned to you and you having to throw the tumbleweed out every time. A dramatic like stare down is about to happen. Like, whoa, 1 second.
You get in your bag of holding, you throw out the tumbleweed, and you're like, okay, ready.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget to arcane infuse your holster for your light crossbow with the gust spell. So every
Thank
time you
you.
draw, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
So you see, as for half elf says, right. Well, if that is everything, I've got some business to attend to back in our centralized location.
Right, of
I
course.
trust you'll be okay from here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it should be just fine.
You see as he turns and heads back into the vault. Once everyone's past perception. By everyone, I mean just
Kashaw and
Kishore and Joy.
13.
Okay.
10.
Sure, you're the only one who sees us just as you leave. Because obviously you turn to go as well, and as you're heading out the door, did you, Maverick, can I ask what you're doing? Were you also heading to the store just after them?
I gotta drop off this nice cane with hot rod flames on it. Unless I've done that already, and I want to see his reaction. What does he think of the
Yeah.
cane?
His reaction was something along the lines of, "Ooh, that's mighty fancy. I think my grandson had one similar. Ooh, I think it could work with the correct clothing here. You earned
remember
that discount, son. You did earn the discount."
Always remember to keep your youth, sir. And I'll look at him absolute and I'll head on out.
You see this old hunchman now with his new skeleton cane. He raises a single hand and he goes, "Raccoon!" To leave.
Okay.
That is
Give me 5 minutes, I'll be in the square. I'll be in the square in 5 minutes.
That guy needs the flaming cane.
Yes.
Okay, so Joy and Kishore, you head out of the magic store, and I assume back to everyone else in the main square with a large fir tree.
Yes, but what did I see?
My passive is 12, by the way. In case...
I will inform you that once you have rendezvoused with everyone else, because it's not an immediate thing.
Okay.
So, you're all back in the main square with your shopping bags full of stuff. Or just one or two items, depending on who you are. All in the main square, the beautiful fir tree. You see the bard is beginning to wind down. And as you begin to small talk about everything that's been happening and stuff you might have acquired, obviously Joy with your bag of holding, you hear a commotion beginning to start about 300 feet away in the direction of a magic store.
Please no.
You see the familiar blue glint of the Tyrannum chestplate rush out from one corner of a street as a figure much closer to you, the Tyrannum about 300-400 feet away, this figure's about 200 feet away. As from the direction of a magic store, they come bolting out of the door with something in their hand, and they begin to bolt towards a main square in the direction of the fir tree. As they get closer and closer, you see it appears to be a half-elf girl, dressed in leather armor, quite strawy brown hair, with a large hood across her head. You see in the hand it appears to be a key of sorts, bolting away from the fir tree towards you all. What are you all doing?
Is this a thief? We doing it? Is this a robbery?
I immediately just kind of brow. I was about to get up on the pedestal, but seeing that she's having a little bit of trouble, is there like a water fixture or something?
There is not, unfortunately.
How is the bard performing? Just on like
on a
stage?
soapbox.
All right, I'm gonna move over to the soapbox, and I'm gonna make a spectacle. I'm gonna try and I'm going to be like, ladies and gentlemen, please don't go just yet. We have only begun activities. I will be performing a concert myself, and I literally just start to strum up a beat of music using prestidigitation to make a big show of it and try to get a. If that will help her disappear into it. Come on, don't fail me now. No, not bad at all.
23. Okay, so this works perfectly. As for other bard is leaving, you see he seems slightly hurt that your performance seems better than his just as he had just got down from his soapbox. Kishore jumps on, that's doing much better than him. Various people begin to turn and look and kind of congregate about in this kind of Assassin's Creed style kind of blend into crowd scenario. So you'll stand and stare at you kind of performing.
Yeah, I'm gonna motion to Joy, Luga, Joy, Lewis, and everybody. I'm just gonna motion with my head that looks like I'm playing the song. Just be like, look what she's doing.
Okay.
As I keep playing.
As the person gets closer still, you hear the voices of a Tyrannim getting louder and louder, probably about 20 seconds off. This girl now is essentially 20 feet away from you, and you see as she just sprints towards the crowd, and the first person she sees is Maverick. Okay, Maverick, as this person runs towards you, you see it's, as I said before, a half-elven girl, about 5.5 feet, with very hayy brown hair and brown eyes, visibly out of breath, and you see as she runs from the crowd straight up to you. As she does so, she gets the item from her hand, places it against yours, and says, please, please, and kind of holds it in your hand, and then lets go, leaving you the item, and you see as she bolts into a back alley.
I tuck it in my pocket.
A second later, you see as she emerges again, it seems her cloak is now wrapped around her armor, her hair is kind of up in a bun, and she seems to kind of control her complexion slightly to kind of begin to blend in with the crowd. And she goes and begins to just act like she's watching the performance. Just as the Tyrannim, you hear the footsteps, boom, 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 grow louder, as two very red in the face, slightly overweight, middle-aged men emerge wearing a full Tyrannim, get up, immediately come to the crowd, look to all of them and says, "Oi, you see anything? We're looking for a girl."
Did I see this happen for Maverick as well?
Sir,
You are
please
right next
take
to
a
him, yeah.
breath. Take a breath. We're caught in a performance. Please calm down. What's the problem?
We're looking for a thief. Took something from Basin Zeus's medical store.
A thief. We were. Kishore, no, Kishore's playing for one. So, Joy, weren't you just there? I didn't see anybody.
Where did she go? This for turn.
What's the description? I'll try looking around the crowd.
I don't know. Small female, I think. That's all we got.
Small.
Oh, that's not much to go on.
Yeah, you don't think so, do you?
There's a whole lot of people. I might be hard to find.
Humanoid like me, or different race like Lugos here, or Joy? What's the complexion?
Oh, I didn't see. Always saw someone running away with a cloak on.
What do the cloak look like?
Color?
They kind of turn. What colour was it? Pink maybe? No, I don't think it was pink. Green? Oh yeah. Green.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna nod at them. Like, let me shuffle through some people. Keep my side. I'll just
Right,
start,
this
like,
is no
blending
use
into the
whatsoever. Come on. And you see as they begin to bolt down in essentially the same direction they were on before, just following the path, assuming the thief ran much further away. Leaving
just,
you.
like, sidestep a little bit to make them have enough room. And then I'll wait for them to clear, and then I'll back out of the crowd towards that alley.
Okay. The rest of you all saw this as well, I will say.
Yeah, I'll head towards that alley once the two guys have kind of disappeared from view.
I'm just keeping attention on me, keeping going.
Doing Kishaw stuff.
Yeah. You know me.
Kishore doing Kishore stuff, nice.
I want to go walk up next to everyone like, what the fuck did she give you?
Small key, I think. So artifact, some sort. No, I don't want to reveal. I don't want to pull it out right now. Actually, I want to keep it pocketed. What does it feel? What does it actually feel like in my hand, in my pocket?
It feels like quite a large key, very hefty.
Some sort of artifact key, Lugos, I think.
Oh,
Hefty, dense. I want to
a
spot
big
the girl,
fucking key. Nice, alright.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Could be.
you see she seems to be in the back alley again, kind of just hiding there, getting her stuff together.
I don't want to just like stand around in an alley, talk to someone. I wonder if we can bring her to the inn or something. Just find out what the dealio is. Instead of talking thievery business out in the open with the guards rolling about.
Alright.
Where's the closest inn to this place?
You have no idea.
Fine. I'll ask the girl then. I'll go up to her. Well, you're quite agile.
Do you have the key?
Yeah.
May I have the key?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a moment. You just shoved something presumably stolen into a Marlin City guard's hands, so should at least ask you. What's all
Well, you
this
seem to be a terrible, terrible guard in that case.
terrible or good for you, depending on how you want to look at it. So what is this?
It's an item of great use to me. I'd appreciate if I had it back, thank you. And you see, she gives kind of a flirtatious smile, obviously attempting to charm you.
What is this? What is she, just some punk kid?
She looks about probably 25 in human years, 23
Oh my.
maybe.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, that's how old Maverick is.
Jesus.
Oh well. Don't worry. You can't outcharm a charisma caster. Sure.
You can always choose to fail.
Not until I feel like I had the upper hand in the situation.
Okay.
Important. What is this? Some sort of life or death for you? Or someone else? No, someone with no ability to be a thief would steal on behalf of somebody else.
It can be both. May I have the key?
I look to the rest of the group.
Please.
You'll have to give us more
Good
information.
shrug.
What if this is some sort of job that you won't be able to accomplish by yourself?
You see, she glances about all of you. Where are you all
We
staying?
look like a ragtag group of
Yeah.
adventurers at this point, yeah.
Where are you all staying?
Anywhere but the piss and whistle, actually.
I have somewhere we can talk. If I can have the key back.
Can I insight check that?
I want to like hold the like peek it out of my pocket to show that I still have it. Shove it back into the pocket.
14.
Seems genuine.
Seems genuine.
I want to put one last persuasion check, if that'll even help.
To keep hold of the key.
Make sure that she's not going to immediately bolt off as soon as she has it. Oh look, you've already caused a little bit of.
I'd like to see her
already.
try with me around though.
Yeah. He insight checks everything.
And he's
I already
speedy.
know a couple of people in the Tyrannum anyway, so I promise you're not just gonna immediately bolt out of here. If I hand this to you, take us to an inn. We can talk there. If I can roll a persuasion off that, that'd be great.
Yeah, can roll persuasion for me.
22.
Nice, 22. That sounds fair. I have a place we can go. I'm Zilrona.
Insight.
What's her name?
Zilrona.
Zorona. My
Seems
Zorona.
genuine. 20. Seems
Okay.
genuine.
I wanna do like the cup like sidestep transfer, like put it against her side so she could take it.
Yeah.
All right, lead the way before they make a roundabout patrol back here. I'll grab Kishore. We'll get out of here.
Who's Kishore? Oh,
Friend of ours. We'll
that-
get interested. We'll
is
get
he the
introduced with one
is he the
another in a
obnoxious one playing the guitar?
God damn it!
moment. Absolutely, he is. Lugos, go grab
I'll
Kishore.
very obviously giggle at that.
Oh, I see. I don't mean to sound crass. I've just had bad experiences
been
with
a
guitar
day.
players.
It's been a day, I know.
I want to like move through the crowd or move around.
Did
the crowd.
Kishore make any money off of tips?
Yeah, I want to move around
Six
the crowd.
copper pieces. 6 copper pieces.
6 copper, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
So,
hey,
where he's
money,
playing.
man. Let's go.
Just kind of walking around. All right, mate. It's time to pack up. We go to a place for the night.
Oh, come on now. I just got started. It's a set.
No, I know, but it's important. Something came up. Maybe wherever we go, you can perform there, eh?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be performing for a period of time. And I hope y'all come out to a few of my surprise shows. Remember, If it ain't Cash All See Cassidy, it ain't good. And I hop down off the box.
That's what a closer.
With those, that is our new closer.
Oh no,
for the
I
show.
could have
If
done.
it ain't
I
a
could- I
round
could have
table, it ain't good.
Nah, dude, I
It ain't the
could.
round table. It ain't.
I
good.
should. See. The thing is, this one doesn't work. Say if it ain't Cash, I'll see cash it all. But I don't think cash exists because paper money doesn't exist in D&D. So
That's a good point. That's a good point. Anyway, with this amazing closing statement, there's a slight cheer from a cloud, a few claps as some people applaud you off and going to go back to whatever they were doing. As Zilrona quickly leads you through the seemingly very quickly emptying city streets around you. You see people emptying their market stalls, and eventually, about 20 minutes later, you have come to a more secluded part of the city. And she leads you to a small building, tucked away in an alley of an already quiet street. A simple
super
wooden
suspicious.
sign hangs from a rusted iron chain in the dark, grimy alleyway you find yourselves in. The Grey Grumsh.
Man,
We're not-
taking us straight to where the Thieves Guild hideout isn't the most brilliant
I know.
step one, is it? No. Sure.
Is
That's
this
out
where
of
we're
character, by
staying?
the way.
I kind of like the piss and whistle. Why are we here?
Look, before we go, and I just have to say, these are my friends. I don't know what biases or prejudices you may have, but try to be nice.
All right, that's
So it's a guild then, is it?
It's a family. And you see, as
I
well.
like the way you put that.
Do I see anything written outside?
Thieves Guild.
No.
Oh, that's right.
No, it appears not. Well,
Hopefully
you
that's
have
the
noticed
cost.
odd kind of writing every so often around the city. Kind of just saying things as a reference to a group known as the Lemon Underground. You've seen that pop up quite a lot. Leokas, I heard you say something, but I didn't quite catch it. What was that?
Oh, I said I love how they just kind of left Leo cost.
I assumed you were tagging along.
Oh no, I said I was sitting at the blacksmith waiting for him to leave.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still
Okay,
doing this.
bye.
I will say, from the looks of it, it looks like it's one of those shops where the bottom floor is the shop, the top floor is the house.
That means
So he lives
nothing.
in his shop.
That means nothing to him.
Yeah, I know, but he won't necessarily leave the store if that is what Lucas were waiting for. He'll just go upstairs.
Well, his armor's downstairs in the back, right?
It
God
is.
Damn it, Logan, why?
It is, yes. And ask if is this the path you want to take?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I guess
You
not.
sure?
I'll go.
I was gonna say maybe you'll get thrown in prison with our friend we have to visit.
Oh,
Hey, it'll
that's
make things
perfect.
easier.
It's
Possibly.
not perfect. Don't do it.
It's really.
Unfortunately,
Inside man.
you would
I
also
mean, by
have
all
disadvantage
means.
on your stealth because you did get the tower shield and you've got your big armor as well.
I don't
so
think that he necessarily doesn't deserve this. I think this dwarf kind of does deserve this in a sense.
It's not
That's
about
all I'm
deserving.
gonna say.
Everything that he does is technically legal, so I can't back you up on that.
Yeah.
Maverick cannot
just,
back you up on this. unfortunately.
just a quick question for Lance. Is it literally just genuine studded leather armor that he gave me?
It's literally just studded leather armor, but I will say it is well made.
Oh,
Very well made. It's
motherfucker.
it's
God,
exquisite. It will last for a long time.
Get
That
this,
doesn't-
right? Just
to
to
be
charge 1 gold piece for a bundle, right? Or was it 2 gold pieces? It was 2 gold pieces. That is 20 times the value of the arrows that I bought at the general store.
But they were +1 arrows.
What? I wish I knew that.
they were +1 arrowheads. You just had to make the arrows yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, now you know. Tomorrow morning, you can get your +1 arrowheads.
Right.
Well, to be fair, when it comes to armor quality in and out of character, Kashaw / Alex, I took 1 cannon to the chest. I had to get new chainmail. So
Yeah.
he Lance is keeping track of armor quality for us.
All right.
I won't rob me yet.
You're not robbing him yet. Okay.
No, I need my kid army first.
That's why you're gonna go to a freaking orphanage.
He's making a cult.
What are you gonna do? Cast Raise Dead after you burning hands a bunch of orphans and then command a zombie army of children?
Jesus
You're
Christ.
trying to be Coney in D&D.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
Lucas,
Way.
can I ask, when you saw the rest of the party leaving, would you have accompanied them to this grimy back alley?
I would have definitely tagged along.
Hey,
Okay.
it's a grimy back alley. It's his forte.
So that brings you all into this grimy back alley as overhead stars begin to pop into existence as the sun slowly dips down. There's a smell of smoke coming from within the bar as Zilrona reaches a single hand to the doorknob, twists it, and begins to open the door with a heavy creak. I think that is where we'll go for a break. Well, we can see what is in there.
Brilliant. Let me write her name down really
Hey
quick.
guys, you
Zilrona.
locked me out.
So we'll see you back here in 10 minutes, which will be 20 past. See you all soon.
Okie doke. See you
Quickly,
soon.
give me the name of the girl again. I can write it down.
if I put my scalp?
I think you should finish that sentence because everyone else just heard, what if I put my scalp?
What if I put my scalp on your scalp and then you braid my hair?
Okay,
and
no,
give me my
that's wrong.
scalp back?
Don't finish the sentence.
Probably
Don't
do
finish the
that.
sentence.
Or how about this? I buy a wig for Sam to wear, and she braids it herself, and then just gives me the wig back.
Okay,
No,
so
I
welcome
won't
back to the round table. That was a fun break.
All right.
Yeah.
Just having
Femboy
casual conversation about
February is
hair.
not over yet, okay? I gotta get with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, where we left off, Lakers had decided not to rob the dwarf, and you had all made your way, following Zilrona, to a relatively grimy back alley, where she was going to lead you into a tavern known as the Grey Grumsh. Stars above you had begun to come out, as the evening had given way to the darkness of the night. And this is where we left off. So, as the door slowly creaks open, its hinges quite badly rusted, inside this place is clearly designed to attract those of orcish blood. While the rowdy atmosphere you'd expect from such a place is absent, this is a place of rest and succour from battles and hunts, not one of loud revelry and brash egos. Within its cosy, if not shadowed walls, the half-orc clientele seems content to enjoy a delicious repast of rare meat with a flagon of Tuor spiced ale. The seats are upholstered with fur, emitting a gentle woodland musk that permeates the establishment. An elderly half-orc with a long braided beard and a single eye gives Zilrona a grin and kindly smiles as she enters. You see, that's they kind of give each other a knowing nod. The bartender moves a single hand underneath the counter, and he pulls some kind of contraption. You hear a faint stone moving sound, and you see a latch open on the far side of the wall, and a very discreet wooden door in the far wall slides open. Zilrona proceeds to quickly bring you all down a staircase to what seems to be a basement or a cellar of sorts. It's a single cellar looking out into the alleyway with your classic windows very high up in the wall so you can see the foot traffic moving past. It appears this has been converted into some sort of living space. You see two camp beds sit in this room. One is clearly Zilrona's and lived in. It's quite a messy bed, it hasn't been made, the sheets strewn over the top. Whilst the other one has a small satchel of possessions neatly packed on top of it, and it's completely neatly made and untouched. You see various handmade cupboards and chests sit around the room. A cow pelt hangs on a wall opposite the other wall, wherein a strange symbol is adorned and made of an almost glittery powder. Many candle sconces illuminate the room, offering some dim respite from a somewhat oppressive atmosphere. You see as Zilrona leads you down, the door slides shut behind you, and she immediately goes, sits on the bed, and begins to take up some pieces of the leather armor. What is everyone doing?
Gotta find a place to sit.
Are we gonna talk about how we incriminated ourselves in this?
Not really incriminated. Not yet. You're not a criminal until you're caught.
We're not
That's
admitting to any kind of guilt or involvement of what's going on until we actually know what's going on. So we still have feign of ignorance because we need information.
All right, well, I guess I'll just sit back here and... Okay.
I mean, I can quote some sort of legal jargon that I've learned from days of city guard. There's ways of loopholes around these things, but as of right now, I'm currently in investigation right now.
I'll say it in character for Charlotte. You're not a criminal until you're caught. So we're not criminals yet. We're just a couple of people that were caught up in a little bit of business, that's all.
Who the hell's this lady?
Right, well, I'm fairly
Why don't you
certain it's
ask
not.
her?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Zilrona Trisley, and you're in my house? And she kind of looks about the small room she finds herself in. So I'd appreciate if there was some more respect here. The rest of you feel completely free to make yourselves at home. I'm aware isn't much, but I'm sure it'll be good for whatever needs you have.
All right, well,
Thanks for your hospitality.
You see at this point, various pieces of leather armor have been taken off, leaving what appears to be just a typical kind of tunic underneath. Nothing too fancy, kind of gets out of a kind of horribly oppressive leather armor in your standard kind of adventurer's tunic and sits down next to all of you. So, what you said about getting caught. I'm not a criminal yet, if by that definition, and I don't ever intend to be.
Boy,
How long have you all been in
called
Colfort?
key of sorts.
Yes, I need it, you see, and that's the only way to get it. I'm not
Oh, we've been
particularly
in
wealthy.
Coldfort. We've been in Coldfort maybe about just a day now. We just arrived earlier this morning.
Yeah, I guess you could say we're caught up in some things ourselves as well. So should we get some sort of like introductions out of the way?
That
Unless you
would
don't
be
really care
smart.
about working on a first name basis.
As you already know, I'm Zilrona, and you all are. Do you have a name to call you as a group, or do you prefer an individual basis?
The Kashorsi Cassidy Band.
Oh, are we really calling ourselves? Oh, well, I mean, I'll market myself as such. If
Oh,
that's how you
heavens,
really.
no.
Right. Well, guess that's kind of a dead giveaway. My name is Cashaw C. Cassidy. At your service, ma'am. I saw that you were having a bit of a tussle with the law, and I decided to help out in whatever way I could. I do hope the distraction was enough.
So that explains the guitar playing.
Yes.
The rest of you?
There's a bit of a flair for the dramatic. Name's Maverick.
Rick.
You can call me Lugos.
Lucas. Okay. She continues to glance about the circle of you.
I'm Joy. It's nice to meet you.
Joy. Pretty name. And you? And she gestures to the armored figure of Leocas with his large tower shields.
Does not trust this lady. The name is Boris.
Oh, his real name is Leo Koss, don't worry. Boris is a cover name he uses.
In and out of character, I'm laughing now. Shit. It's good shit.
Is Boris his last name, or is it Boris nothing at all?
Oh, a
might
cover
be
name of
something.
sorts. I don't know, really.
Alright. He isn't gonna kill me in my sleep, is he?
He might.
He won't.
Leo just shrugs his shoulders. It depends how I'm feeling.
Except if he doesn't kill me in my sleep first for telling, for telling you his real name.
I don't believe he'll do that. I mean, if he does, there will be consequences, and it,
Well, I
it
might kill
becomes a
you in
whole
your
thing.
sleep, Kashaw.
I mean,
It's
why
all-
haven't you?
How
So
about
why-
no
why
one just
haven't you
kills
yet?
anyone in their sleep whilst they're under my roof? Because
Oh, would you look at that? I think the lovely lady actually has a point. How's about you not kill people in an unturned nature, Leocas?
See, now that's just a boring life I don't want to live.
and
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Elf, unfortunately, if you do kill me in my sleep, you'll have a whole tavern of orcs per to answer to. So that may put a
That
slight
does
spanner in
sound like
plans.
a problem. It does. I agree.
We're in a house right now. Is she
Orcs.
calling the house her tavern?
It's essentially a
We're
back
underneath
room
the
of the tavern. Yeah.
Ah.
So now that we have introductions out of the way, if you don't mind my asking, exactly did you did we just help you procure?
She takes the key and raises it in the air, and it kind of glints in the candlelight. It's a large black key of some mysterious metal, it seems like. The kind of I think you might call it the head or the bow of the key, so like the opposite end to the actual opening mechanism.
Yeah.
That is large and circular, and it appears to be a labyrinth of like many different pieces of metal that don't quite touch and don't quite connect. You hold it up. This is a magical item. I believe it's called the Infiltrator's Key. Suppose I can get into any lock, anything you want. And this is what I need.
It feels like nobody should have this amount of power.
Well,
No,
clearly-
wait.
The man that was talking about killing people in his sleep is now going to give us a speech about morality. Get over yourself, Leocas.
What do you need it for?
Oh, god damn it.
Nothing much. Why are you in Culfort? She immediately puts the key away.
No. we're not going to gloss over this like it's fucking nothing, alright? Real quick, whatever you might need it for, we might need it for another reason. Maybe we could help each other here, eh? I'm just saying, we got a contact we got to get here. He happens to be locked up in prison.
Which
Maybe
prison?
we could help each other.
Limegate or Hellchain?
Hellchain, I
around
believe.
Iggy.
Hellchain, I believe, right? I'll look to the rest of the group for confirmation. That's what the orc said, from what I remember.
Yeah. Prison Island. Off the coast. Something like that. It has a moat.
Is that why
Magical
you're
beast or
in
whatever.
Colfort, to free someone from prison?
We didn't know he was in prison until after we got here. We thought we were going
I-
to meet him at some rundown tavern on the greasy end of town. This is not the greasy end of town. It's even worse. But
Well, now that's just rude. This is her home. Don't be saying nothing like that.
I didn't imply
We were.
anything.
You said this was worse than the greasy, rundown part of town. That doesn't get much more
No,
direct.
this wasn't worse than the piss and whistle was worse than this area.
Okay, well, either way, misunderstandings aside, we were supposed to meet with an informant. The informant happens to be in prison. Now, I believe that Mr. Lugos might have some whole thing of helping each other out, perhaps.
Come on, be upfront with us, and we'll be upfront with you. Whole story. We can
Well, in
help
that
each
case-
other here,
I believe we can help each other.
right?
You see that bed over there?
Mm-hmm.
That belongs to
bed?
my brother.
I see.
Belonged, might I say. She's obviously very, very hesitant, and she glances towards the large, kind of weird symbol on the wall. We belong to a specific group of people. Normally, we stay relatively covert and away from attention, but unfortunately, he attracted some attention. He's in prison. Section Z8, cell C18, specifically.
And, again, if
What's
you
your
don't mind
brother's-
my name. Yes.
Yeah.
You're asking for my brother's name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my brother's... she kind of looks... He was called Adfir. Adfir Trisley.
Cool.
Alright.
So as soon as you got this key, I'm assuming you have to now come up with some sort of plan to put it to fruition.
Well, there's only one part of the plan left. You see... you went to prison 2 months ago. I've been working quite hard. I figure
See that?
the only way in and out I really see is the docks. So if I can get into the docks, disguise myself as a Tyrannum, I have this key, I can get any cell or place I need. I simply walk in, grab him, give him a uniform, and we walk out. The only thing I have left to get is the uniform, so I have a contact to get them from, but we aren't exactly on speaking terms with who he works for, so I've avoided that for a while.
Didn't we just make a Tyrannum guard retire? Don't we have his... Can we get his armor?
Don't we have his support, maybe?
If he hasn't already left town.
If he hasn't already left town, or...
I would say two
He didn't
things
tell
about
us
that.
to come... Yeah.
One, he may have already left town, and two, Tyrannum, like the army, they have different patches depending on what roles
Oh
they
yeah,
work.
he's a low rank. There's no way he'd be able to get into the high security area of
Prison
prisons.
of Hell, a guard of Hellchain prison will have like special patches and markings on their arms to distinguish they have clearance
Got it.
to prevent any
Well-
old guard from a street just waltzing in.
Got it.
look. What are you actually in cover for? Is he the main reason? Because if so, we can try and get him out as well. But I'm sure maybe I have contacts who could give other ways to help you.
He's a contact
about-
that's on the inside job of some covert group of high magical casters looking for artifacts of some evil god.
And you're trying to track the group down.
Well, in a way, I
he's
suppose.
a mole.
Well,
Do
he's
anything that
got,
belongs to them?
information for us.
Do you have
Wait, what did
anything
you
that
ask?
Do you have anything that belongs to the group?
Do we have anything that belongs to
I like look to Joy.
Do we have anything that belongs to the Oblivion Choir?
They dropped an artifact. They dropped. Do I have that artifact? Like that guy that clumsily
I have a
dropped
piece of blade, and Joy has a hilt of a sword.
Yeah, you have a piece of blade.
Which is what he dropped, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I take the piece of blade out, I guess.
Oh,
It's all we
and,
managed to scramble before they teleported away.
so you're trying to
I'm not
find
sure if
the other pieces of this, or people who took this?
the people who are looking for the other pieces of something like this. I'm not sure if you're familiar with a group called the Oblivion Choir.
I've heard passing mention of them.
Uh,
I've someone who could help with this, maybe.
I put the blade piece back away. They were in
Oh.
course with a group called the White Wings before they went all haywire. Apparently
Again,
they're a strong arm
unfortunately.
force for them.
I haven't really heard much. I have some people in the Lemon Underground who may be able to help. If you help me with this, maybe take you down there, talk to some old friends, do a little magical favor or two. Do we have a deal? You help me free my brother from prison. You get your guy, and I help you track whatever this is. I'd say it sounds fair.
That sounds more than fair to me.
And you didn't have to give me the sweet-eyed charm for me to say yes. Of course we got a deal.
This sweet-eyed charm is just a constant thing, I can't help it.
Blessing and a curse.
So,
Alright.
breaking
So
into
when
a
do we
prison.
move?
I have no idea. I still need to get the uniforms.
We gotta meet with that contact of yours then. So we'll just hang out in the tavern upstairs, I guess, in the meantime.
What time is it? And you see, she immediately looks at her
Late.
clock.
Late evening.
How good are you all at persuading people?
Well, I don't mean to toot
I
my
have
own
my ways.
horn. I'm pretty good at it as well.
Look.
Decent at it.
Don't ever ask me to try.
He doesn't persuade. He more than threatens. That's more plan B.
I make my living on persuading individuals.
I'm not really a talker much.
Look, my contact is one of my old friends from the Lemon Underground. He has a way of getting counterfeit disguises and everything you could ever need and like that. Problem is, I didn't leave him or that entire group on the best terms, so I'm gonna stay out of their circle of reach. But he has the outfits on standby for me. All that's left is to go there and make the payment and collect them. Just, I don't really want to be killed. Think you could do that?
So we're gonna courier service this for you.
In a word, to prevent my horrible mutilation and death.
So we don't bring up your name, got it?
Don't bring up my name or me or what I sent you. Just go ask him for the Tyrannim outfits. His name is... I suppose now he'll be going by Relic.
Look, I just want to make sure that we're both on agreeable terms. We're helping each other in this, right?
Yes.
You're not gonna bolt or nothing or ditch us. We're not gonna ditch you.
I've been ditched by people before, trust me, I have no intention on ditching you. That's a terrible feeling.
Let's say.
She can't get into the prison without the
Well,
without the
one.
uniforms we're retrieving.
Yeah.
I don't believe she's going anywhere.
You can't read anything from, unfortunately.
Alright.
She looks.
I'll choose to believe her.
The normal shops are closing, which means relic shops will be just about opening. We can either go tonight or go tomorrow night, but depends how quick you want to make sure you get your guy.
Boy.
After
Executions
the little stunt
and
you
hangings
pulled, I
and-
think the sooner we leave town, the better. They might be looking around this way pretty soon.
They won't ever look here. This is a tavern of orcs. You think guards will poke around here? We're safe.
You have a point. You have a point. Kashal, you want to make a money run?
Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. Yeah, let's go.
Something that Kashal and I can handle ourselves, yeah? Well, Joe's quite the persuasive type if he's, well... let's just say of, simple-minded.
I'd say it'd be best to take some muscle as well, just in case he decides to be not so fair. It is the Lemon Underground we're dealing with here.
Fine. I'll be the muscle, Kashal will be the talker.
Okay, so
Oh,
can
I
I
guess
can
I
I ask
can't.
which of you are going?
I'll go. You know what? Yeah, I'll go to get the outfits.
I'd say it's about 9 at night this time, so depends how tired your character. I think Lugos has enough energy. He's like a dog. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Leocas, you want to go outside? You want to go outside? You want to go outside, brother? You want to go outside?
Fetch.
Kill, 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 kill.
Alright, well, let's get this done.
Okay, so you want to go to Tunstall Way, and it's the old temple there. It doesn't look like a shop, but if you go in, sure you can find a way.
There's any
Thank
kind
you,
of secret
again.
knock? Any secret
no.
knock? Anything like that?
Uh, it's not as far as I can recall. Just don't kill anyone.
That should be easy enough.
Leocas got it.
Okay. Can I ask which of you are heading over there then? Final choice. You can take as many people as you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'll go. Yep.
Yeah, we should all go just in case.
We probably should all go.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright. So as we're on the way, I'm just gonna say. So if we're doing this, and I mean really doing this, I just want it to be understood that I don't want to hurt nobody. Monsters, fine. Evil spirits, fine. Chaotic, underground, demon summoning, totally understandable. These are just guards. These are just people. I really don't want to hurt these people.
What if they try to hurt us first?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll do that for you.
They're doing their job.
Well, then looks like you picked the wrong line of work to be in.
Listen, I'm all for a rip-roaring adventure of breaking people out of jail. It sounds really fun. I just want to let you know that I have no killing anybody for doing their job. Guards.
So we were gonna kill him.
Your penchant is not a good one. Either way, I'm just letting you know that's where I stand on this.
I've no
Fine and
intentions of
dandy.
killing anyone either, Kashal.
I'm not really a killer unless they're deserving of it, alright? And if it's just guards doing their job, it's all fine, isn't it?
Right. Knocking them out, putting them to sleep,
Even
sure.
if it means putting him to sleep, right?
There we go. I just want to let you know that if we're really doing this, if you want me to be along for this ride, I'm
Right. I don't ever have a plan to kill no one unjustly. I'm a nicer person, than that, at least.
I think
I like to think, at least.
I think the plan is to sneak in and sneak out. I don't anticipate
Less
us.
conflict anyway.
Exactly.
right.
I don't mean to be rude. I think it's going to be hard to sneak in. Well, not the prison exactly, but this particular situation, I think we should be fine. But
Oh, that's another thing. If we want to avoid as much combat as possible, don't you think me and Joey should go in alone, maybe? We're a little sneaky, aren't we?
well, you're sneaky certainly, and that's fine. Perhaps for that leg of it, but at the same time, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I really do feel that when it comes to talking to people, I'm probably the best one here.
I'm not sure about bringing these two fat lards with us either. Clunking around in their feckin' heavy iron armor and whatnot.
Yeah, they might want
Go
to.
berserk. Then who's gonna stop you?
We do the sensible thing and run away.
Oi.
So, anyways, just wanted that to be heard. Let's get these uniforms.
As this conversation ends, you find yourself traversing through the city streets. Soon enough, you come to Tunstall Way, and you see this street is decrepit. Once again, the shops, most of them are boarded up, but a lot of people are sticking to themselves here. A few people talking in alleyways, seemingly doing some shady deals, whilst others simply remain in their houses with their lights on, the chimneys belching smoke into the air. The main defining feature about Tunstall Way is it is pressed straight against the monolithic grey walls that separate the lower tier of Colthorpe from the upper tier of Colthorpe. So as you are walking along this way, glancing up at these guardsmen, probably 100 meters above you, you make it along, and soon enough you see the ruined temple that Zilrona talked of. This temple isn't a grand, ancient Grecian ruined temple. It is a small, rectangular building, a sad stone building. It lies sandwiched in between two larger composite buildings to either side of it. You see it's but a single story tall, and rectangular in shape. The roof is sloping and made of aging marble, and the weird thing is, the entire building is just a block of stone, and it has essentially had fake structural pillars carved into the outside of it to make it look more posh than it is. A single door, an aged wooden door, signifies an entrance. Next to it, a fading and moss-covered inscription in the stone, simply reading, "The Temple of Zelisas." As you open the door, you see the inside of the building is decrepit. One or two torch sconces burning in the dim, mouldy room. Various pews have been pushed to the side, some broken for firewood, as the old altar seems to have been completely ripped out. A single stained glass window at the far end offers some dim semblance of light.
Did I hear you say that correctly?
Yes. This is an old
The
abandoned
Zelis-
temple of Zelisas.
The temple.
One of the temples what you may find in
One
various
of the
cities.
temples of my broken god. Well, my new broken god.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm gonna move forward carefully.
Okay. Kishore, being the first to move forward, you become increasingly aware in this damaged place of worship, a figure moves in the darkness on the far edge of this room. As it comes forward, it slowly reveals its form. Rough leather armor can be seen below a dark, billowing cloak. You see ill-repaired weapons hang from this creature's waist and back, and underneath you see a pair of beady eyes, glinting in the light, cautious, knowing, vicious, and goblinoid. It's a small hunched figure, slowly comes out of the darkness. Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come to strike a parlay, if at all possible.
It's a parlay.
Well, I hear that there are individuals present and available to procure particular items of interest.
Oh, yeah, you mean Mr. Downstairs. Got you. Probably shouldn't have told you that. Anyway, if you are going down to see him, I'm gonna be needing your weapons.
Plenty fine, plenty fine. Here I bow and a small dagger. other than that, you may check my instrument, but I'd like to keep that with me.
I don't think that this guy. I mean, if he's carrying around a bunch of weaponry, if he gives them back, he shouldn't still have them. May I incite this guy?
Yeah.
He's like, let me hold on to your weapons, and then he just disappears.
9.
Damn.
Appears to be his own personal kind of collection.
A personal collection, you say?
Personal collection of others.
Don't worry, I'll be staying upstairs anyway.
All right then. If it's no problem to you, I'll leave my weapons here at the door.
Or you can leave them with me, because sure, I'll stay up here. I need to
That's what I meant.
ponder for a moment.
I hand the dagger and my crossbow over to him.
Okay.
I'll take it. Strum really loudly if you need help.
No worries. It's just a guitar. Nothing to be worried about, friend.
You give him a comforting, like, pat on the back of the shoulder.
No, I nod. So, shall we get down to business on this particular parlay, friend?
Yeah. Of course.
I want to walk through this temple.
You just kind of stand staring at you.
Who's all going downstairs with Kasha?
Is it just Kishore by himself?
I'm in danger.
Yeah.
I-
I'll go ahead and go with him as well.
Okay.
I'll
Of course.
hand my stuff
Yeah.
for
You go,
Maverick.
Patilla.
you should hide a dagger on your person.
Oh no, I just handed you my short bow and the rapier.
The big stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're hiding a dagger on you?
Do it. Can I?
2. Yeah.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check to conceal that.
I'm gonna help.
Oh,
I'm
put
gonna
it in the bag of holding.
Yeah. I'm going to help her because I'm gonna try and be like, hey, no, don't get too handsy with. She's a lady after all.
Okay, yeah. You manage to nicely conceal the dagger as the goblin attempts to kind of find any weaponry on both of you. He turns. Right. Guess this means you want to go for your parlay? I think that's what you said.
It's pronounced parlay, but it's perfectly fine. Don't you worry about it.
Panini, right, got it. So he walks over to
I'm actually hungry.
you go over to where it looks like the altar once stood, and where it was ripped from the floor, you see a stone tile slightly out of place. The goblin reaches his green long fingers down to the side of the tile, and with quite a cute heaving sound, like he just lifts the stone tile up, moves it to the side, to reveal a ladder leading down to what looks to be a stone dungeon.
Even
Down-
though we're
When,
As- yeah.
Can I hide a short sword on me before I go down there?
I'm gonna say roll sleight of hand of disadvantage.
Can I just give him Can I just give him one of the daggers?
Is that a short sword, or are you happy to see me?
I was just gonna make that joke. 7, I guess.
Are you going down as well, or?
Yeah, I was gonna go down there as well. Yeah.
Okay. As you're gonna go down, he says, Whoa, mister, you've accidentally forgotten to give me that short sword.
I'll toss it to the side here.
Do you want me to hold on to that?
Sure.
Fine.
Give up my short swords.
God, all of you. Things are so.
I'll stay up here with Maverick.
Okay. So, the three of you, Joy, Kishore, and Lugos, descends down this small, rickety ladder into this dungeon below, and immediately there's an overwhelming smell of kind of oil and the tangy scent of rusting iron. You glance about. You see a large... It's like your classic thing with like kind of various beads hanging down from the ceiling that seems to lead into another room before you.
I move forward carefully, hands crossed behind my back as I just observe everything.
Okay. So, as you enter, the beads kind of form over you, like, as we go past. And you come into quite a weird room. The walls are stone, reinforced with timber, creating a dark, oppressive feel to the place. You see the room is roughly L-shaped. The main kind of corridor is filled with various tables, piles of clothes and different sewing equipment piled up everywhere, the walls cluttered with many, many things, almost like a pawn shop. You see, as you turn around the end of the L, to kind of a foot, a small table is sat, or behind this table in a chair, shrouded in complete darkness. There's no torches here, a hooded figure with a large billowy cloak. Two hands reached in the darkness in front of him, slowly tapping away with a very small hammer on a piece of boiled leather in front of him, seemingly manufacturing something. As you kind of enter around this corner, the head glances up at you with a horrible kind of crunching noise.
I smile.
Two glowing red eyes stare at you from beneath the hood. As he looks,
Can I use my primeval awareness?
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm able to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of me.
That covers quite a lot, but unfortunately that is not it.
Okay.
You don't
sense
sense
me.
anything to kind of freak out. Yeah, you're like, huh.
You're just like, Maverick? Oh, right above me.
But you see as the head kind of tilts, looks up at you both. So, you have come for clothes.
I'll
That
make a
would
good
be-
stitch work out of you.
That would be correct, sir. I take my hat off and cross it over my chest in the most respectful way possible.
You see, as on the desk in front of him, as you say this, there's various tools splayed out, and he reaches out of the darkness with a single hand to grab one of the tools, and you see the cloak pulls back, and beneath the hand, it is definitely not a human hand. It is odd and metallic, and made of various gears and pistons that every so often pulse of an arcane spark, sending a bolt of energy flying off, as this metallic, almost robotic hand whirs out, grabs a tool quite heavily, and begins to tap away whatever he's making. His head glances up again. So what item do you require?
I require clothes for one of the prisons nearby. I need a something to be able to slip in and slip out without being seen.
And do you mean Hellchain or Limegate?
Hellchain.
Not an easy task.
Well, we have the means if you have the materials.
Oh, I have the materials. I just need to know you have the gold.
What's your standard rate, friend?
I say we look at the uniforms first, then discuss price.
All right.
You
Sounds
see-
reasonable.
Yeah, you see as the figure, very slender figure, stands to about 6'5", and with this horrible sound of metal on stone, begins to make his way across a room. Turns, he takes various pouches from one specific side, comes, places it down on the desk in front of you. Hellchain guards, uniforms. How many do you require?
I require 6 of them.
6. You see, the standard rate of Tyrannum uniforms is 100 gold pieces each. We're talking Hellchain prison. That is an extra 20.
All right.
I mean,
So,
we're having such a large
Better
order.
rate than the dwarf.
Maybe.
That's
I'm not
true.
sure. Are you up to
How does he
negotiate?
give better rates than the dwarf?
We should get him for plate mail
hold on,
armor.
hold on, hold on.
Or are you
hold
up
on.
to negotiation, maybe? Are you?
Tell me, are you familiar with the Lemon Underground?
That's how we managed to come across this place in the first place, a contact
Not-
of a contact.
Do not lie to me, human.
Do I have any knowledge of them?
Roll history. You see, the Lemon Underground does not make deals based on gold.
Oh,
We make deals based on what you can give. You don't have any knowledge of them. They're very fuzzy.
Which is exactly why I'm here. If it was simply getting gold, that'd be one thing. We know that you have a task, most likely in mind, for something, and all we ask is that we do something. A favor for a favor. Isn't that right, sir?
Guys, unfortunately, I do have to take off.
That is fine. Completely
You
fine.
know, bad timing.
No, it's fine. Enjoy.
That's okay. I do too. I do too, but I'm gonna finish this.
Okay. It'll be relatively quick, don't worry. Okay.
What task would it take for us to be able to acquire these items?
How about I give you the uniforms, and then we contact you at a later date with a task for you.
The mob.
What kind of task? I suppose we wouldn't know beforehand, would we?
No.
That's not exactly how this works. I don't imagine.
It could be transporting grain, transporting people, killing people.
All right. Well, how's about this? How's about we bring it down to 4 uniforms? What would the total for that be?
$480 gold pieces.
I reach back into my bag, and I procure 480 gold pieces and put it on the table.
All right, wait.
No.
No,
The man
what?
is making a fair deal.
oh,
and
it's
I
a
wanna
fair
make-
deal, better deal than the fucking dwarf, actually. By the way, thank you. Anyways, I can split it with you. Don't put all your coin into one bucket. You want to have a little bit to spend, right?
Well, before I met y'all, I mean, I was living off pennies. It's far more than I need at the moment. I don't mind paying for it all.
Are you absolutely sure? Because we might need that coin down the road. Maybe you might need it for something that you want. I don't care about coin personally. I don't buy things ever, really.
Well, neither do I, but alright. If you want to split it even, Stevens, I'm not gonna argue with you. 240 apiece then?
Oh, sure. 240 apiece.
Alright, cut the check, pay the man.
I procure 240 gold pieces.
Cut the check, pay the man.
Okay, you get your 240? Sure, you get your 240. I
Yes,
assume
sir.
you hand it over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Watch as the horrible metallic hand stretches out, receives the gold, and clenches it around it. He reaches back and he slides it into his desk.
What
No.
race is this guy? Is he a warforged?
Out of character, yes. In character, you probably wouldn't know.
No,
Okay,
That's dope.
that's
that
cool.
is dope.
Is
Very
he a
dope.
living sewing machine?
That's amazing. God, the cosplays.
Did I just take? I'm sorry, Spence, if I spoiled. Is he a living loom?
You look, and on his fingers, you see needles protruding out every so often.
Oh my god, he's a living sewing machine. That's cool as hell.
You watch as a large, billowed and torn cloak follows him back to his desk. As he sits, he brings another piece of cloth up and he says, "So, take the uniforms. I trust that is all."
Yes, sir. It has been a mighty fine doing business with you. hope to do business with you in the future.
Oh, it's
Since you've-
certainly been a pleasure, sir.
I do. What is your name?
Probably gonna stitch the name on the guard uniform.
My name? Oh boy. Just a moment. I need to think about that for a second. Did I say it or not?
My name is Leo Koss. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's your name's Boris.
Boris.
No, I don't actually say that. Hold on. Fucking, you can call me, Lucas. Lucas Carlisle.
Ah. I see. I've had dealings with one of your relatives. Anyway, Lucas Carlisle, the Lemon Underground, will be in touch. And you see, as he brings the various uniforms in front of him, and you see Fred seems to feed down his arm and into his fingers, and you see he begins to sew names onto this. He hands one out. You are Stevenson. You are Richards. But our names on the others. Do not use your real names.
Got it.
All right. Does this
So-
guy only do clothes, or does he also do armor?
Looking about, it looks like he does leather armor. You see various pieces of boiled leather he's been shaping, dotted about.
Oh, Lugo's gotta get himself some new leather armor
Do you have any armor that might?
from the mafia.
Do you have any? I see that you work on all sorts of armor here, right? You have anything that might be extra protective? My armor here's taken quite a beating, and I could do with a little bit of an upgrade.
The metallic hand stands up. No, not a metallic. The person stands up, and metallic hand reaches out. Isn't just a metallic hand by itself. Figure stands up. The metallic hand once again reaches out, and the finger outstretches and begins to trace over your armor. It's really quite unnerving to have this lifeless husk in front of you, slowly kind of tracing a finger over your torso. Yes, I see. I can do you armor.
Right, well, I will leave this matter of business to you while I take the uniforms you have presented. Thank you very much for your business,
Yes.
and I'm gonna.
Metallic head
That's-
twists
That
as you leave.
that's Cashaw's cue to go, and also mine. I will see
Okay.
you guys around.
Okay. So you head back up to your group. Okay. See you, Alex.
In the
See you, man.
meantime, I would like to traverse this temple and just kind of see its state, man. I think this is the first temple of Zalasis that I've been inside it.
It is, yes.
I believe.
Looking at it, it seems to be relatively decrepit. You see the only things that are really left standing have a stained glass window in the back where it looks to be almost an angel with two blackened wings and covered in injuries and scars with white blindfold around, kind of ascending. The rest of it, its statues have been completely crumbled and destroyed. There's nothing much left, really.
I'll approach the window.
Approaching a window?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little brass pendant in my pocket. I will hold it and see if it feels different. It's in one of my snapped pouches on my belt.
You hold it out and
I'm just kind
Unfortunately-
of following Maverick around.
You just follow me around. I don't care if I can follow you.
unfortunately
Maybe I'll
it doesn't
put the fear of God in this man anyway.
fortunately it doesn't feel too different. It feels relatively normal.
Yeah, feels like a pendant.
Feels just like holding out a pendant to a window.
I'll put it on.
Okay.
What is this place, Maverick?
This Well, it's the first place of many that I hope to see, actually. Well, ruined one of the several, hopefully they're not all in this state, temples of Zalasis. Probably saw the sign out front.
No, to be honest, I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, I'll give you a bit of an interesting history. It's the goddess that's giving me, well, my being, my form, this, wings, everything. The light.
I wonder if this being could save a man from damnation.
Not sure. Not sure, but maybe more so give the tools necessary for them to do it themselves.
That'd be nice.
I'm not sure if you're actually being genuinely a cast sometimes.
Oh, this is genuine, Maverick.
Is there like some sort of like stone altar in front of the window? I'll just like put my hands on and just kind of rest there for a second.
Okay. As this is going on, underneath, talking to this strange metallic husk, known only as Relic.
What a name.
Lugos, you asked him about armor.
Yeah.
You see, as he begins to move around the room, we have
Stop smiling, it's creepy.
whatever armor you could possibly like, but its price is not paid in coin.
Hey, right up our alley. Because we're poor as hell.
Critical debt.
We're hell yeah dead.
Couldn't it be paid in coin, though?
Oh, it could, but not from here.
So is it a favor of sorts for this armor of yours?
Of sorts. But, yes, I suppose that is what you would call it.
Alright. Do I know what is the favor? Unless it's an owed one to you later on.
You see as the metallic figure once again approaches you. How do you feel about some servitude to the Lemon Underground? Free armor, free weapons, maybe even a magical item or two. No gold has to be spent, just some blood spilt.
Oh god, that's not a good deal.
What we're talking about?
That is, unfortunately, cannot be discussed until you shake my hand.
Alright, I'm gonna pass. Thanks for the offer. Cheers. And I'm just gonna walk out.
Close. He was debating it. I felt it.
Felt a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Joining the mafia. Anyway, you're heading back out. As you climb this ladder back out, almost splintery, with this metallic smell of oil and iron leaving behind. As you go up, the stone is shifted back onto place, and you see a goblin emerge from a door. And he's like, "So, how was your meeting with Relic?"
I see why they kill him with a relic. That's for certain.
It's because his sense in music. He's really old.
I'm sure. It went fine. I suppose odd fellow that one, but got what we came for. Thanks, mate.
Oh, no problem. Your weapons, and you see he takes what weapons he has, hands them back.
I gave all my weapons to Maverick.
Yeah. Well, I'm at the other end of the temple right now with Leokas. Joy's probably just chilling out with Kashaw somewhere.
Okay.
Who
I
Kashaw
think-
probably has the uniforms.
Okay. And with that, I assume you're heading back to the Grey Grumsh, as it's called.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a second though.
Okay, you're just kind of staying there to feel the place.
Yeah, you'll see the Mavericks kind of just checking out this stained glass depiction.
Okay. As Maverick does that, you all slowly begin to head back to the Grey Grumsh to return to Tyrannim uniforms and begin kind of the next stage of your freeing. Oh, after you, yeah.
Before we leave, I look at Maverick and kind of just say, look at him and go, I may need your help to save me from damnation one day, sir. And I kind of just go back to Elijah.
It's a job given to me before I could even accept it. Take my hands off the altar.
And
Turn
with that,
around.
the moonlight slowly rose in the air, casting white rays down on the city of Coldport as you begin the next stage of your adventure, which seems to be breaking into Alcatraz. And with that,
Cool.
we're going to leave it for tonight.
Oh,
Not nice one.
Leokas, you don't know how right you are.
Developments. Lots of developments happening there.
Yeah, he doesn't know how actual right he is.
Because I will say, you have things planned for you. From an in-character perspective, you are
I
right.
really
man.
hope I'm the linchpin in saving him from fucking Talona.
That would be a cool storyline.
That would be a cool storyline.
Would be a cool storyline. But apart from that,
You are my
nice
brother,
session, everyone.
Anakin.
Oh no, it's such a good regard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna go that way. Yeah.
You were my train. You went choo choo.
Alright, I think that is a perfect place to end it. You were my train. Yeah, okay. As always, thank you. Thank you so much for watching.
Sub with Twitch
Make
Prime,
sh-
thank you.
Sub with Twitch Prime,
support
go check out Describe.
dscribe.com
In tune.
/roundtable. I'll go ahead and put
Yep. Put that in. Coupon
And
code Roundtable
to get
for
yourself
10%
a
off at checkout.
discount for 10% off the checkout monthly subscription for all your D&D lore descriptive and immersive storytelling needs.
That's correct.
Lugos is about to join the mafia and break into prison, but he needs your help first. Make sure go over to dscribe.com/roundtable to help Lugos get the epic win on the prison heist.
All he needs is the 3 numbers on the back of your mom's credit card.
Now,
As
for
always,
Leokas, it takes a lot of gold for his soul to be saved from damnation. Just as much gold as it would take for a $4.99 a month tier 1 Twitch subscription to twitch.tv/Dragons of the Roundtable. And you, with your monthly subscription and or Twitch Prime, you can save Leokas from damnation.
All we need from you is the 25 digits on the front of your mother's credit card, the expiration date, and the 3-digit security code on the back.
The super
you-
funky.
And you can be the epic savior of Leokas.
right, okay, yeah. I think that deserves a, where is it? Oh, I've lost it. Okay, yeah, oh yeah. So, as always, that's convenient. As always, of course, you want to help Leokas save from eternal damnation, you want to help a budding member of the Lemon around here, because for only $4.99 a month, you can help a budding agent of the Mafia climb the ranks, slowly collect his debts. But apart from that, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tune in next week. But until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. See ya.
Happy Femboy February.
Oh god, damn it!
Have this dangerous feeling to know what to believe in. just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. It's like we're in a movie. I don't know how you do it. I look into your eyes and everything is different. Baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. Baby, you are on my mind. I can't control my body. Can't control my body. Body, 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 body. I am